Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
Breaking news, GOAT James made the Hall of Fame as an active player, only former MVP to accomplish such feat. Zesty Jeffries are gathering now to formulate an excuse.
LeBron, one thing I always wanted to know, how'd you feel when you found out that Kobe was going to be on that team too? I mean, you're playing with all these stars, but all of a sudden you had a chance to have him on your team also.
I think it was just the missing link that we needed in order to regain the dominance, with Team USA. He brought a sense of seriousness to the team. He made us lock in, and we knew once he joined and he was going to be committed that, we couldn't be doing nothing half-ass. Cole wasn't going for that, so it made myself, CP, D-Wade, Melo, we all locked in even more because we wanted to show him that we can get to that level as well. So, it was just an honor to be out there with him. I was 23 years old, and he being out on the floor with him. He had already won championships before and things of that nature, so it was levels that I was trying to get to, and I think D-Wade had already won one, and so we just wanted to get to his level and make him proud. And by the end of that trip, when we was hosting that gold medal on top of that podium, we for sure made him proud, for sure.
What other accomplishments will GOAT James achieve in year 23? The Zesties will frown a poll. Just stay tuned. GJK will provide all details to this story. Thank you.
By the end of that trip, we was hosting that gold medal on top of that podium.
LeBron in the hall, but he's still on the floor, dropping all NBA stats, still demanding more. First ballot lock, but the game ain't done. He's hooping like a legend, still second to none. 50,000 points, yet the sneakers still laced. Records keep falling every night he graced. Playing year 23, no signs of decay. Still cooking young stars, putting crowns on display. Ceremony gold, but he's suited in wine. Cavs, Heat, Lakers, his legacy divine. Actual living Hall of Famer, rewriting the page. Prime never ended, just evolve with age. It's evolve with age. It's evolve with age. They said the crown was settled, but we came to rewrite. B. Lee with the blueprint, Ajani bringing the fight. LeBron with the vision, no gimmicks, just facts. GOAT James Kingdom put the whole game on his back. Built like a fortress from the haters we fed. Ajani with the flame while B. Lee stay ahead. Dropping Olympic gold in 40-point nights. 2012 done, had the world in fright. Skip the nostalgia, we talking data and war. Got receipts for the lies y'all been praising before. From Cleveland to Miami to the Lake Show rise. Finals MVPs rain down from the sky. This ain't opinion, this verses got math. When B. Lee speak numbers and Ajani bring wrath. We got songs for the truth, hooks for the pain. Every bar built to echo LeBron's reign. Paul's Wayne. Oh, boom. Wait, April? Let's get it. Ha, ha.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and Ajani. Y'all know we do this every Sunday afternoon right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. You know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the GOAT James Kingdom channel, as we are going to continue to grow and do big things like the GOAT of basketball is doing. We were supposed to have a whole other show today, but we've completely forgot about the enshrinement that happened last night and the GOAT of basketball being put in the Hall of Fame as an active player. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to have a great conversation about the GOAT of basketball, and obviously another great accomplishment that puts on to the GOAT status. LeBron James is a Hall of Famer going into year 23 of his NBA career. This is great. You know who I am, Ajani the Exposer. I got my partner B. Lee in the building. What's good, B? Oh, I always got to make sure you get unmuted. But what's good, B? What's good, Brandon?
Oh, so what's good? What's good, everybody?
All right, and obviously we know we got King John in the building and all the other GJK members. Peace and blessings to you, King John. What's good, brother?
What's good, everybody? How everybody doing today?
All right, well, we doing good. We doing good. We doing better than Zesty Jeffries are. I tell you that much. They really woke up today upset. So shout out to all the GJK members in the building. I know y'all are feeling great. You know, everybody's representing the Forever King. Yes, indeed. Shout out to y'all. We see all y'all in the comments, man. Peace and blessings, man. And again, y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're also going live on our IG account to let it be known. Also, we're supposed to have a special guest that's going to show up today. So we're going to find out if the gentleman does show up, and we'll have a conversation with him. But again, like I said, y'all, peace and blessings. We're here to have some fun. We're going to discuss LeBron James making the Hall of Fame in the 2008 Olympic team. So let's just start off with you, Brandon, because, you know, LeBron's our boy, man. That's another great accomplishment. How did we forget about the enshrinement this week? Did you know it was this week?
Well, I actually knew what was going on. I didn't think LeBron was going to actually be there. That's why I didn't pay too much attention to it. Even Dwight Howard was surprised when he showed up. He's like, "Oh, LeBron James is here." Yeah, so you know, it was good seeing Dwight get his respect. Still don't understand why he's not a top 75 player, and Dave Lillard is. That's just bizarre. But we know how it is when you have certain people voting for things.
Wow.
Certain people voting for things like it's just bizarre. But anyways, with LeBron James, you know, we always say he had 4 Hall of Fame careers. You know, his first stint at Cleveland. You know how he took that team, you know, to the finals and all the stuff he did in the playoffs. The youngest back-to-back MVP, all NBA first teams. What he did as a younger player was just incredible. Then he went to Miami, did another Hall of Fame career. The youngest back-to-back Finals MVP, 2-time MVP there as well, 2 titles. You know, he should have been back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year, but it's all good. Like I said, we all know what happens when we have certain people voting for awards. Then he went back to Cleveland again, another Hall of Fame career. Did all these crazy things with Cleveland. The 2016 Finals was just remarkable what he did, leading every team in all players in all major statistical categories in the finals. And then, you know, the first player to average a triple-double in the finals, like there, 4 years, 4 finals, crazy. Then went to the Lakers, did some more things that players his age, late in their career, should not be doing. The youngest, not the youngest, but the only player after year 17 to be Finals MVP, you know, led the league in assists and everything, and all the things he done there. Then we have to add this other Hall of Fame career. This is his 5th Hall of Fame career because his international stuff that he's done. FIFA gold medal, 3-time Olympian, Hall of Fame due to being in the Olympics. The most triple doubles in the Olympics, second in assists in the Olympics. Like what he's done, and he got the most steals in the Olympics. Like what he's done in the international play gives him a 5th Hall of Fame career. There's no one that we could even think of who could have a career like LeBron James has. So shout out to LeBron James doing his thing, always being ahead of everybody in everything. And that's why he's the greatest player of all time, because he's the definition of what the greatest is, because he's the GOAT.
Facts. Listen, that was a shocker last night. I was like, why is he there as well? I was like, dang, this man is here. Like, why is he at the? And I was like, oh, they're gonna make fun of him because they're gonna say he shut up for Dwight Howard and Carmelo, but not Dwayne Wade. And then he had the jacket on. And I was like, oh, he's getting enshrined. I forgot about the 2008 team. So that was definitely a great moment for that. But we're gonna hold this conversation because we do have a special guest here in the building. We have Mr. Howie Haven. Mr. Just Say You Hate Basketball himself, ladies and gentlemen, has joined the GOAT James Kingdom platform on a Sunday afternoon. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, for doubt. Go ahead and plug in your channel, who you are, and what you represent. Go ahead, brother.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Howie Haven. You know, I'm from New York, represent always. I live in Los Angeles now, though. So I moved to LA about 5 years ago, and been loving it here. But basketball has been my entire life for my entire life. So, I played in college, just D3. I'm not sitting here trying to tout that I'm this great baller, but I definitely hear in a lot of my comments it's like, oh, this dude probably never played ball. No, I play ball, and I still play ball. I don't know. I'm just, I started my Just Say You Hate Basketball page. Really, my first post was when Kevin Garnett was talking to Stephen A. Smith about the Julius Randle situation in New York, and I was pissed that we was about to trade Julius Randle. So that kind of started my, like, if we about to trade a 25 and 10 guy, just say you hate basketball. Like, and then it kind of just like took off from there. So year and a half later, here we are.
Oh, no doubt. That's kind of funny, man. My wife's a Knicks fan as well, and you Knicks fans are definitely you guys are definitely a special breed of NBA fans. So shout out to you. Thank you for joining us as well.
Thank you.
So yeah, you definitely made a name for yourself, and you invited for a debate, obviously for the GOAT debate, and this is what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. Just to let you know, I'm Ajani, the Exposer. This is my partner B Lee, and we are here. We are the founders of GOAT James Kingdom, and we do this every Sunday. And we actually open up this actual Sunday afternoon for GOAT debates. In fact, we want to let everybody know, for those who's waiting for kickoff and all that other stuff, we'll let you know about 12:50. Eastern time before kickoff, 10 minutes, that you can go get your fantasy team correct, so you don't blame us for what happens.
I said still the Giants too. We still need to know. Yeah. It's still football season.
But we talk basketball here in GOAT James
Absolutely.
King, especially on the Sunday afternoon. We do the Lord's work. So we are here for to open up the panel. So we're gonna have a conversation with you, and let's see where that goes. So first off, have you heard of us? Have you watched any of our content?
Yes, yeah. And I heard about y'all before any of the comments too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on, so like, I love debating because it's about respect, right? Like I truly want to hear what you're saying, and I truly want to be heard. And to me, it's all about facts. It's not about names. It's not about feelings, emotions. It's about, let's actually take the emotions away. Let's take the names away. And if we put everything down on paper, who you picking? That's usually how I do things. So.
Okay. All right. So Brandon, got any questions for the brother?
Not really. So what's your stand on the GOAT debate?
Michael Jordan's the GOAT, and it's just not even. It's really not even close, actually. Like, that's really what's crazy to me. It's really not close. Like, but
Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
Well, I just feel like
That's interesting.
the standard has changed. Like, what you're going for, the reason you play the game, any sport, anything, has changed, and it's only because of LeBron. There's, in no other sport can you not win the most or win more than you lose, because I can understand if you don't have the most rings. I can understand that.
Interesting.
But if you, because like, at one point Joe Montana,
Interesting.
if we want to talk about football, it's like Joe Montana's 4-0 in the Super Bowl, right? But like Tom Brady has more. But I'm not mad at you if you think Joe Montana is the best because he hasn't lost in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't make that argument. I think Tom Brady's the GOAT, in football. But I wouldn't. If you said Joe Montana was the GOAT, he's undefeated in the Super Bowl. Can't be mad at you for that. But like, every single time we're talking, it's about winning. You play the game to win. Period. I heard Herman Edwards. You play the game to win. So simple as that. Like,
Very interesting.
I'm sorry. That's kind of bizarre. That's very bizarre. So,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
and wait, and you say you got Michael Jordan as a GOAT,
yeah.
and you said the most type. I'm so confused.
What's confusing?
So
Is
confused.
is there anything else that you use to make Michael Jordan your GOAT besides the idea of most titles?
It's the total package. Absolutely, it's definitely like that's the thing is winning is not the only thing,
Okay.
but it's definitely the most
okay, I get
important
it.
thing.
When it's not
But
the
it's definitely the most important
It's
thing.
not. It's not.
Okay.
winning.
It's
Okay.
definitely the most important
Okay,
thing.
so you're saying Bill Russell is not the GOAT because it's more than just winning.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
But you
Very
said
interesting.
LeBron changed the standard because he has less titles than Jordan. Like that's the
No,
most
no, no, no,
confusing
no, no,
part
no,
that
no, no, no.
I hear.
Let's stop at each spot. Let's stop at each
Okay,
spot
all right,
because
okay,
that's not what I
okay,
said.
go.
LeBron
Okay.
lost more than he won.
Everybody lost more than they won.
Except Bill Russell.
Except Bill Russell.
This is the thing.
Yeah, except Bill Russell.
Except
Yeah,
Bill
that's
Russell.
the
Except
thing.
Yeah,
Magic
except Bill
Johnson,
Russell.
too. Except Magic
Yeah,
Johnson.
it's
too.
No, Magic
Johnson was
Magic
in the
Johnson
finals
lost
for
more than he won.
75% of his
Was
career.
Magic
Yeah, but he
Johnson
lost
five
more
titles
than
in
he
13
won.
Years.
No.
Yeah.
Five titles in 13 years.
Huh?
He has 5 titles in 13 years.
Yeah,
5 titles in 13
we
years.
in GOAT
Okay?
James Kingdom can actually count.
Right. And I can't count. I don't know math. Right.
Yeah.
So
Apparently,
so
nah. You think
six.
6 is more than 11?
No. Nobody said 6 was more than 11. Who said that?
So how does Jordan better than the guy who has the most championships?
You said
Under your
LeBron
criteria.
didn't go because he lost
Did
more
y'all,
than he
did y'all
won,
hear me
so-
when I said
Uh-huh.
winning is the most important thing
go.
and it's not
Yes.
the only thing? What does that mean to y'all?
That means that something can trump championships to you.
It's
That's
just that
mean
definitive
LeBron-
for you.
Wait, hold on.
No,
hold on.
I mean it's obvious. Oh wait. Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead.
It's the
Go ahead.
total package.
You said that LeBron James cannot be the GOAT and Jordan is the GOAT, and it's not even close. You can't be the GOAT if you have less titles than Michael Jordan and lost more than you won. So that's what we're confused by. Do you understand like why that's confusing?
No.
Okay, go ahead then.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's confusing. Like, because it's not, rings are not the end, rings are not just period, that end all be all.
Okay,
But
so how
if
did Jordan's rings?
You're saying LeBron James, but you're saying that LeBron James is the GOAT. I'm saying Michael Jordan is the GOAT, and you're saying the person with less rings is the GOAT.
That's what you're
doesn't make
doing.
sense. So
That's what you're doing.
Exactly what you're
That's
doing.
exactly what you're doing.
Is this?
That's exactly what you're doing.
Is this called? Is this channel called GOAT Bill Russell? Is that what this channel is called, or is it called
You don't
GOAT
have no,
James
we
Kingdom?
don't say
We
we
don't-
don't make you the GOAT. That's what you
Yeah,
said.
we don't use rings to make somebody the better player.
Oh, well, then that's crazy to me because winning is the most important thing, but it's not the only thing.
Oh,
the
It's
total
obviously
package.
it's obviously not important to you because Bill Russell's not your GOAT.
No. It's
That's
the
the
most
that's your
important thing.
problem. That's you're telling us it's not important to you.
So then where's room for everything else? What
You
I
left
said
no room
was-
for everything else. Help us understand that. How can everything else trump 5 more championships? Explain that. How does Jordan's 5 less championships? How does he trump that? How does Jordan
everything
trump
else.
that? What's that everything else? Okay,
The
so explain
scoring
that everything
titles,
else.
The accolades,
Okay.
everything else. What do you mean?
Okay,
Everything else.
okay, so we have everything else to trump the 2 titles Jordan has over LeBron.
No, you
we
don't.
have everything else. Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
Oh, trust me, we do.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
You
Yes,
definitely
yes, we do.
don't.
Trust me, we do.
How?
Yes,
What?
we do.
What?
What do you mean? What? Do you know
What is-
LeBron?
what-
Okay. Okay. Let's just start here. Did you know that in NBA history, only 6 players have ever played 21 seasons in for their careers? LeBron James has 21 All NBA selections alone. Just that alone, that status alone. Do you understand that the All NBA selection is the oldest honor and award in NBA history? That they've been giving it out since the 40s. So he has the most of it in NBA history. He also has the most All-Stars in NBA history, another honor and award that's been around since the beginning of NBA history. He has the most points scored in NBA history by far. By far. The young man is the youngest to average 30, the oldest to average 30. He has 4 MVPs within a 5-year span. Only him and Bill Russell was able to do that. He has 2 back-to-back finals. I mean, he has 2 back-to-back regular MVPs on 2 separate teams. Only him and Kareem has ever been able to do that. LeBron James has a lot, sir, that trumps Jordan's 2 more championships. I'm just giving you a snippet.
Yeah. Those trump Jordan's 2 more championships. They don't trump Jordan's total package.
Yes, it trumps his whole package, everything.
No, it doesn't.
From stats.
Just let us know his total package.
We want to hit Jordan's total package. Yeah, let's hear this total package Jordan has. Let's hear this. Go ahead. Let's hear this. This GOAT package Jordan has.
10 scoring titles.
Yes.
How many does LeBron have?
He has 1.
Right. So to me, being the better scorer each year is way better than showing up to work for 20 years.
Being better than everybody.
No, sir. He outscored everybody for the NBA history, sir.
Who's
NBA history?
Who's your
So outscoring?
Who's your GOAT point guard? Who's your GOAT point guard?
So outscoring 10 seasons versus selected players is better than scoring everybody in the history of the game? Is that what you're saying? Better than everyone who walked this earth. Everyone who walked this earth, LeBron has scored more than them.
You know why?
Why?
Because Karl Malone wasn't one of the GOATs when he went up there, when he scored 38,000 points. You didn't think that Kareem was the greatest scorer of all time when he had the scoring title?
That's false. When Kareem had the all-time scoring, he was considered the greatest scorer in NBA history, sir, by far.
Was not.
Yes, he was, sir. Yes, he was, sir.
He was not.
Yes, he was, sir.
He absolutely was. Y'all
So before No, wait. So before Jordan got his 10th scoring titles as a record, who had the records in scoring titles?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay, so was Wilt Chamberlain considered the greatest scorer of all time?
Yeah.
When?
When he was scoring. What do you mean? When he was averaging?
Because when Kareem surpassed him, it was Wilt Chamberlain that gave him the ball. Meaning you're the greatest scorer of all time. Because Wilt Chamberlain had the 31,000 points. No one had that. So once he got outscored, was transferred over to Kareem. They didn't transfer that over when Jordan got his 8th scoring title. Wilt Chamberlain didn't hand over nothing to Jordan. There's no award for that or nothing. That means the NBA honors the actual all-time scoring record, which is the actual stat for the player's career, not their average. And at the end of the day, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had 38,000 points when he retired. It was considered the greatest scorer in NBA history due to that.
No, he wasn't. But he just wasn't. When you are consistently the best every single year.
Hold on for a second. Give me your top 5 scorers of all time.
Top 5 scorers. All right. Kobe. Mike.
Is he number 1?
That's ridiculous.
Huh?
Kobe's your number 1 scorer of all time?
Yeah.
He said Mike was.
Okay. Kobe.
Wait. Yeah. Kobe and Mike are my 2. I think they're the best scorers ever.
I don't even know how you.
I would put then you have T-Mac, you have Melo.
Okay. He fell for the trap.
Yeah,
he fell for the trap.
Yeah, you have guys that.
How is Melo a better scorer than LeBron with 1 scoring title?
They both have 1 scoring title.
I know. So how is he better than LeBron?
Well, because you can do more.
So by your definition, scoring titles don't make you the better scorer because
you didn't name Wilt Chamberlain. You didn't name Wilt Chamberlain with 7 scoring titles. He has the second to Jordan.
Don't make you the greatest scorer.
Exactly. The definition.
Who my top 5 scorers are?
You just named them. And you didn't say Wilt. And you didn't say Wilt Chamberlain. Or Kevin Durant, or Allen Iverson, or George Gervin, who are the guys who have the most scoring titles in NBA history.
You have to be consistent. That's the main thing on GOAT Jay. If you're not consistent, it's easy to fall for the trap.
No. You guys can't just sit up here and try to change the narrative and tell
we
me
did
it. Consistent. I didn't change nothing. I didn't change a thing. You asked me who my top 5 scorers were, and that's different than who the greatest scorers are.
Huh?
The greatest,
okay,
my top 5 scorers are different than who the greatest scorers are.
Okay, so who are the greatest scorers? So who are the greatest scorers?
The greatest scorers
of all time. The greatest scorers are who consistently shows the list. The list. That's the greatest.
No, don't tell me.
Top 5 who I think is. I'm a Knicks fan. Do I just think
no, sir. We don't really care.
They're the greatest because I'm a fan of them. No, that's my team. You said
okay, Howie.
My top 5.
Tell us.
Howie. We asked you this because we want you to tell us who you think is the greatest scorers of all time, not your.
You said.
Yes.
You said who's my top 5. That's not who the greatest
Yeah.
scorers are.
Okay, so who are the greatest scorers of all time?
The people that have the most that show that they're consistently the best scorer year in and year
Who
out
are
are those teams.
those?
You were
Who
reading
are
the
those
list.
people? Who are
You were
those
reading the
people?
list. You were reading the list.
But you don't know those people?
Yeah, George Gervin, Allen Iverson, Kareem, or I don't know if you said Kareem, but he's only got 2 scoring titles. LeBron is one of them.
How? He has 1 scoring title.
Because it's not just cut and dry, guys.
When it's for Jordan, it is. When it comes to Jordan, it is.
When you're talking about who's the greatest and just who's great, that is a big difference.
No, it's not, sir. You can't. That's why you're being inconsistent. You're not being consistent, sir.
But he's not better than a lot of people at scoring.
He has 4 scoring titles.
The resume to
He has 4 scoring titles. So are you saying 10 scoring titles? So 10 scoring titles we can obviously put aside because that doesn't mean anything. The same way you can do that for everybody else.
No, you can't put it aside.
Yes.
That's what it is. He has the 10 scoring titles. No one has more scoring titles than him.
Okay, we know this. You haven't said nothing we haven't known, but the fact that you claim that makes him the
I haven't known.
No, but the fact that you said that makes him the greatest scorer of all time, then you change it to actually provide it. Yes, you did.
I didn't change anything.
I
answered your question. You said
changed it.
Who's my top 5 scorers? You
changed
the
it.
question.
No, we didn't.
Okay, all right.
This
Okay,
is crazy.
let's
This is
forget
really
it.
crazy.
Let's forget it. What makes Jordan the greatest scorer of all time now? Go ahead, since you understand that it's more than just scoring titles. What else more?
What makes Jordan the greatest scorer of all time is because no one was a better scorer than him at the time. 10 scoring titles says that I am the best scorer in 10 scoring titles in 15 years, right? So nobody has been better than me since I've been playing. Every single year, in these 15 years, no one has more points than me.
Okay. That's not true because Karl Malone in that same span scored more. It's cool. It's cool. You did not know that.
Scoring titles.
You did not know that. That's fine. Okay. So you're saying from 1984 from 1984 to 2003, no one had more scoring titles than Jordan. And that's what makes him the greatest scorer of all time. Is there anything else?
Also eye test, also field goal percentage, everything else too.
Okay. I'm glad you mentioned field goal percentage. Phil, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jim.
And I know you.
Okay, anything else?
I know LeBron has a higher field goal percentage. That doesn't mean anything.
I know. You know.
Oh, of course it doesn't mean anything. Now it doesn't mean anything. Now it don't mean anything. It meant something just 5 seconds ago.
Anything else?
I said it all. Yeah, we know who the best scorer is.
All right. So you name a 15-year span, which makes Jordan the greatest scorer of all time, and he has almost a 50% field goal percent. Okay, all right. So no one's done that Jordan did, but no one scored 50,000 total career points. No one scored over 42,000 points in the regular season. No one scored over 8,000 points in the postseason. No one has 20 straight seasons of scoring over 25 points per game. Okay. No one has led their team in scoring for 20 different seasons. He's the youngest to every 1,000-point milestone. He scored 40 points versus every NBA team. He has the longest consecutive double-digit scoring games, most All-Star game points. He's second in, the USA in scoring. No one scored more points in the history of basketball, if you include his international career. No one has scored more than. So when we're going by the most scoring accomplishments, wouldn't that make LeBron James the greatest scorer of all time?
He played more years.
If you're saying the most, if we're saying the most, you got one thing for Jordan. Yeah, you got. That's another reason. You got one thing for Jordan, and I just name off 10 things for LeBron. So don't 10 trump one?
Not only that, I was gonna say not only that, Brandon. He brought up. We said all time. So because Jordan was good for a 15-year span between those players in that span, it doesn't count what Jordan would do outside of that span. It's just basically saying Jordan's the greatest scorer of his era. That doesn't make him the greatest scorer of all time, because if we do it for the annals of history, Jordan's not the greatest scorer of all time because of scoring titles. Because everybody wins a scoring title every year, so there's a bunch of scoring titles being won every year. And if Jordan played in other eras where guys could score 30 points per game, unlike his era, maybe obviously he would not have 7 scoring titles. So at the end of the day, he's only talking about Jordan's 15-year span. So he's only giving us a 15-year span of the NBA history. Everything that you said, Brandon, is in the annals of NBA history. It includes all 75, 76 years. All the years that included in the NBA, you've included to show how great LeBron James is as a scorer, because he trumps everybody in the annals of history. Jordan only trumps people in his era, which we all know is one of the weakest eras in NBA history.
So you just lied a lot. You just lied a lot.
Okay.
First of all,
explain that one. Explain a lot.
Yeah, to say that there's nobody that scored 30 points back then is ridiculous. Like, that is absolutely insane.
How many? Hold on, wait. How many people? Wait. Before you do that, because you can't call me a liar without knowing the truth. Just because I said something you don't know, that means I'm a liar. How many people scored 30 points per game in a season that Jordan won the scoring title in?
That Jordan won the scoring title in?
How many seasons that he won? He won 10 scoring titles.
110, yeah.
How many times in those seasons, in those 10 seasons, did another player average 30 points per game?
Twice, I believe. I believe it was Dominique Wilkins and Bernard King.
So that's it. That was in the 80s. So what about the 90s?
That's what I can remember.
I'm just saying about, and I don't think it was Bernard King in the 80s, but in the 90s when he won. I know, but again, Jordan won a scoring title from 87 to 98. So within those 11 years that he played, he had 10 scoring titles. In those years.
Yeah, I got
only Dominic Wilkins averaged 30 points per game in the season, which I believe was in 87. Jordan outscored him then, and only Karl Malone averaged 30 points per game. That was once in 1990. After that, no other player in NBA during that span could average over 30 points per game. No one else.
Okay.
Every other era outside of that, you had multiple players averaging over 30 points per game. And throughout their decades. So in the 80s, you had a bunch of guys average over 30 points a game. You just mentioned Bernard King, Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan. A bunch of players average over 30 points in the 80s. In the 70s, the same thing.
3, right?
In the
Not
60s.
Not a bunch.
No, there's other ones. There's other ones. I'm just giving you the names. There's other ones. I can name more. There's other ones. Same thing in the 2000s. Then you got Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson, Kobe, LeBron. But Dwayne Wade, there's a lot of players who were able to average over 30 points per game in the 2010s. Even this decade alone is about 10 players that average over 30 points per game. In the 90s, only 2 players was able to average over 30 points per game, and only 1 player did it once outside of Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan was playing against weaker competition, guys who couldn't put 30 points up per game, other eras and decades.
You're not.
Those are facts, ladies. That's what you called me out for being a liar, and that's what I stated. That Jordan was playing in competition, a bunch of guys who couldn't average 30. That is the facts.
When you said that no one else averaged 30, that was a lie. You just cleared.
No, I said while he had a bunch of people who couldn't average 30. 2 people, it's not a lot of people. If you a bunch of
30.
No, again, 2 people.
Carmelo Anthony won his scoring title averaging 28 points a game. So, there was nobody.
So did Jordan. So did Jordan. Jordan won a scoring title averaging 20 points per game.
So what you're saying doesn't matter then. But that's what I'm saying.
No, it does matter.
Better than all the people. Right? You're saying that.
No, I'm just saying he didn't have competition. I'm saying that he didn't have. I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you that Jordan didn't have the competition of everyone else in NBA history to do that. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
LeBron didn't either. He didn't play against
Yes, he did.
LeBron didn't play against those people. He played against who was in front of him.
That's what we're trying to explain to you. And if LeBron James was playing against guys who couldn't average 25 points per game majority of the time, he could obviously average 30 points per game as well.
You're not playing against offensive
players. The scoring title is against offensive players.
In front of you.
Exactly. No one else could score 30 points per game during Jordan's era.
That's ridiculous because we showed that they did.
Who? You named 2 players. You just named 2 players that did it once each time. That's not a bunch of players. That's what I'm saying. That's not a bunch of players. Every other era, a bunch of players did it multiple times. You're avoiding the fact that in that era it didn't happen. Yes, that's factual, sir. Yes, that was factual. That's not me lying. Just don't get mad because you can't prove Jordan's 10 scoring titles is not really that valuable in the annals of the conversation.
I'm getting mad that you're lying.
That's not lying.
That's a lie.
That's not lying. That's not lying. When you only had 1 guy in the 90s that can average 30 points per game.
That happened. That's a fact. That happened.
What happened?
Right. People scored 30 points per game.
I said while he was... No, we're talking about while he's... No, wait. See, you're changing... We're talking about while he's winning scoring titles. No one cares about the years Jordan didn't win the scoring titles. We're talking about the scoring title years.
Every single team has a top scorer.
And every single era has better scorers than the scorers that Jordan won 10 scoring titles against. That was my point. That was what I displayed.
That's not true.
That's true. I just gave you the numbers and stats and facts.
Bird, all of these guys.
None of those guys averaged 30 points per game while Jordan was winning scoring titles. None of those guys. Only one time Dominique did it, and only one time Karl Malone did it. And every other era, multiple players were doing it.
Bernard King.
Did Jordan win a title when Bernard King did it? A scoring title? No.
That was not when Jordan averaged 22 points a game that season.
Yeah. What are you
So he was not exactly. So why would you bring that up?
Nobody that scored 30.
No, I said did Jordan win the scoring title in 86? You're not talking about the years Jordan didn't win a scoring title.
You're talking about his scoring title years.
Yes, because we're talking about his scoring titles. We're talking about his scoring titles.
That he played in.
No, I'm talking. No, I'm telling you that the way he was. I'm telling you the reason he was able to dominate and take 10 scoring titles is because those 10 seasons, in general, in his era, which he won 7 in the 90s, were a bunch of guys who couldn't score. They were not great scorers in that era, and that's just the facts.
So because the second place person in Michael Jordan's scoring titles had 28 or 29 points, that because it wasn't 30. That's the difference here. That's what we're talking about.
There wasn't as great a scorers as the Allen by your standards, by the Allen Iversons, by the Tracy McGrady's, the Kevin Durant's, who had 4 scoring titles because they're in their era. If there's no Allen Iverson going up against Tracy McGrady, how many scoring titles do you think Allen Iverson has, or how many scoring titles do you think Tracy McGrady has? They have to go up against. They have to go up against each other.
Tracy McGrady only no.
Okay, Tracy McGrady has 2. My bad. I thought he had 4 alongside the other guys.
Allen Iverson has 4.
Exactly. Allen Iverson has 4. So that's what I'm saying. So, but imagine if he's not playing in an era with Kobe. If he's not playing in an era with
Kobe only has 1.
But again, they all won it in the same era. They're all playing in the same era, sir. They're all playing and winning it around the same era.
Why don't you think Bernard King is in the same era as Michael Jordan?
Because Jordan only won 3 scoring titles in that era, and 3 scoring titles don't make Michael Jordan your GOAT. And that time, Bernard King wasn't when Jordan was winning scoring titles, because we're talking about the years people won scoring titles. You're not using Bernard King as Jordan's competition. Who uses Bernard King as Jordan's competition?
You're not using just the scoring title years, because then you're bringing up other people in. You're bringing up. Kobe.
No, sir.
Hold on, wait. You're bringing up Kobe and all these.
Simple as that. So you're saying is more than just scoring titles. That's all you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying
it's
it is
more
the
than just
total
package.
Okay. It is not just like
we gave you a total package. You ignored it. We gave you LeBron James total package. You ignored all of it.
No. I didn't ignore any of it.
Yes, all of it is greater. For you to think it's not greater than the 10 scoring titles, that's the whole point. The total package of LeBron scoring is better than the 10 scoring titles. You don't want to accept that.
When you tell me that LeBron is the first to 1,000, first to 2,000, first to 3,000, right? Mm-hmm. That's cool. That counts as an accolade to you guys?
There's no accolade for scoring titles, sir.
You get a trophy.
Scoring title's not an accolade either.
No. Whoa,
you do not.
Whoa,
you do not.
Whoa.
You do not.
You literally get a trophy for the scoring title. What do you?
No, you don't, sir. No, you do not, sir. You do not get a trophy, sir. You do not get a trophy for the scoring title, sir. You do not. You do not get one, sir. No, it does not exist. In fact, if you go look up Jordan's bio on NBA.com, they don't even mention his 10 scoring titles and his honors and awards and accolades. They don't even mention it.
Well, if we can't agree on that, then I don't know.
How you gonna? Okay, can you agree? Do you accept this is fact that if you went to Michael Jordan's bio on NBA.com and checked up the awards and accolades that exist on his career, and they don't have 10 scoring titles there, would you accept that as not an accolade and honor?
No. Because they also don't have first to 1,000, first to 2,000. But you're.
I know that we said that we also said that. So that's okay, if we're going to exclude that, we're going to exclude your 10 scoring titles.
That's you can, and this is the LeBron James narrative building bullshit that I'm talking
about. What?
Like that a scoring title is literally an accolade. It is literally someone you are the best scorer this year. That is literally what.
And the fastest and the youngest to 1,000 is an NBA record. The youngest to 2,000 is an NBA record. Yes, that's an accolade. That's an accolade. A record is an accolade. A record is an accolade.
It's not an award.
The scoring title is not an award. Say with us, Howie. No, it's not. They do not get an award for it. You don't get an award for it, sir. There's no award for it.
Howie, okay. Is there an award for the most offensive rebounds in a season?
No. There's a rebounding champ, though.
Right there.
Okay,
Right.
now that you say that, does Jordan have the most seasonal titles?
What is explain what that means, please.
Seasonal stat titles, the most scoring titles, the most steals titles, assists, blocks, steals, all that together. Does Jordan have the most of those?
Like if you add them all, if you add all of them together.
Yes.
I'm trying to. I don't.
Yes,
I'm
if you
not
add them
trying to
all
sound
together,
stupid,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
that's the most seasonal stat. All of them together, all the assist titles, all the rebounding titles, all the block titles, all the steals titles, and all the scoring titles.
No.
You put them all together. Jordan doesn't have the most of those. Okay, does Jordan have the most of one particular category?
Scoring titles.
No, I'm just saying. Is that the most? Is 10 scoring titles the most in any particular category?
I believe so. Yeah.
It's
I
also
believe so.
not. So it's also not. So
No, I'm saying
because
for Michael. I'm saying for him. Like
no, he has the most scoring titles, but there's also players who have the most rebounding titles, players who have the most
Oh, yeah,
steals
he doesn't
titles,
have
players.
that. Yes,
So
correct.
that's what I'm saying. So they're all equal. The guy who has the most rebounding titles is equal to Jordan's 10. They both have the most in each category, but is Jordan's 10 the most in all those categories?
okay.
It's not.
Yeah, I don't believe someone has 11 rebounding titles. I don't believe someone has 11 assist titles. I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Somebody does have 11 rebounding titles.
Is it Dennis Rodman?
No,
Who is it?
Jordan's nemesis, Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay. Okay.
So when we're talking about the greatest players of all time, when we put the total package in there, as great as 10 scoring titles is, there's other players who's accomplished more under the same category, under the same feat that you like to praise Jordan for. And at the end of the day, scoring is not more important than rebounding, assists, blocks, or steals. So players who are the most in that also should be ranked higher on your list because they.
That's not true.
Yeah,
That's not true.
that is true, sir.
It's cool. He already
Scoring
said
is more
that
important than
scoring
rebounding.
titles don't make you the greatest.
No, it doesn't,
that's
sir.
why LeBron James has the most points of all time. Well, LeBron James do have the most points
B.
of
Lee,
all time.
I'm
so it
sorry.
could be.
What'd you say in the
You
beginning?
said scoring titles do not make you the greater player. So the greater scorer. You just admitted that. So
no, I didn't admit
and
that.
all these
No, I didn't.
accomplished.
I does the scoring
So
title.
whoever has the most scoring titles make you a better scorer. So
Whoever was
That's
the best
interesting.
scorer for the most amount of years is the best scorer.
So Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt Chamberlain's second.
He has 7 scoring titles, and
Yes.
and then this is the part. It's not just cut and dry. There is a gray area.
Oh my God, bro! When Jordan, with Jordan, there's no cut and dry.
That's the fucking bullshit about LeBron James fans. You
How?
Don't know any nuance.
It don't
When
make
you
you the
say
greatest
7, when you
scorer.
say 7 scoring titles, you like if you're gonna sit here and add the era for Michael Jordan, why can't I talk about the era for Wilt Chamberlain?
We didn't do that, so don't say
Yes,
that.
you did.
No.
You specifically did. You,
What I said?
We all watched it. You said only the 10. You said only in Jordan's era. Only the 10. People, only in his 10 scoring titles. That
Yes.
is just that era. That is not
Yes.
everything else. That's
Yes.
exactly
Do you?
what
Oh
you
wait.
said.
Do you know that in the '60s they had the most 30-point scorers in NBA history?
Yeah, I do know that.
Okay, so his competition was tough.
Oh, okay. So, but you don't believe that. You actually.
How I don't believe that? I just told you that. The numbers tell me that.
Situation wrong. You don't believe
See,
that.
Howie,
This is not
Howie.
GOAT Wilt Chamberlain. This is GOAT James, right?
Okay,
So
yes, and
you
by
don't
GOAT
think
James,
that.
and by GOAT James standards,
GOAT James
we go off of stats, accolades, and achievements. That's how LeBron's the GOAT.
Accolades and achievements.
Yes, by stats, accolades, and achievements. Okay, so stats is your totals, your career totals, and your career averages. Okay, your accolades are all NBA awards and honors. Okay, and all the other stuff that goes along being a part of being a great basketball player, right? And then you also get your achievements, which are your milestones and records. Those are the things that we go by. So when we hear you say, okay, when we hear you say, basically just exclude what I said about Jordan's competition. Hold on, wait, no, hold on, wait, no. I'm just saying for the sake of this conversation, so we can get an understanding here. When you state Jordan's 10 scoring titles, there is no contextualizing in that sentence. There's no need to add any complex anything to it. For you, Jordan has the most 10 scoring titles. That makes him the greatest scorer of all time. Now, by that standard, then that means the second guy should automatically be the second greatest scorer of all time because you didn't add no context, no extra, no nuances to Michael Jordan. As soon as you went to Wilt Chamberlain being your second greatest scorer of all time because your standard is predicated on scoring titles, you now have nuances and contextualization for Wilt Chamberlain, 7 scoring titles, which doubles basically the next guy underneath him.
Oh, yes. And the nuances of Jordan is every single won the field goal percentage. Who he was playing against. I totally disagree with the fact that the '90s were one of the weakest eras. I totally disagree with that.
We excluded that. We excluded that. We're not talking about the '90s being weak or the '60s being weak. And Wilt Chamberlain's field goal percentage is better than Jordan's, and relative to career, and relative to their era, his is super efficient compared to anybody. It doesn't matter. His era, he was still super efficient. He's still super efficient, sir.
It does matter because
he's still super efficient, sir.
It definitely matters. He's dunking every time against people that
so was Jordan. Michael Air Jordan didn't come from shooting jump shots, sir. It came from dunking on people.
Right.
Okay, so Jordan was a dunker, a high flyer,
but then
above the rim player.
He had to become a jump shot. There's no.
And he shot under 50, and he shot under 50% every time he had to become a jump shot shooter.
Better than him in the mid range. No one.
False.
On Earth.
That's false.
On Earth.
That's false, sir. That's false. By the numbers, that's false. What numbers state that? What numbers state Michael Jordan's the greatest mid range shooter of all time? What numbers?
Kevin Durant says Michael Jordan is the best mid range.
Kevin Durant is the number. I said what numbers?
Well, Kevin Durant is the number. I know Kevin Durant has a high.
No, I'm asking you what numbers state that. You didn't use that because when Kevin Garnett said LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time, you're not going to use that to say he's the greatest scorer of all time. So you can't use Kevin Garnett for Michael Jordan. So I ask you again, what numbers state that?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Garnett said LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time. You're not going to let us use that to show why he's the greatest scorer of all time. You're going to use an actual stat. So please give us a number, a statistical data that represents Michael Jordan as the greatest mid-range shooter of all time.
There is someone higher that has a field goal percentage than Michael Jordan at mid-range. Yeah.
Okay, beyond this field goal percentage, what else would make somebody a better mid-range shooter?
There's eye test. I think footwork. And you being able to, huh?
No,
eye test.
Yes.
If your eye test can't see stats, why should we trust what you saw on the TV screen?
Oh, because I don't agree with the stats that you. What do you mean? Like because.
However, first of all, how can you not agree with? You're a basketball player. Or you're a basketball player. So you telling me when you was out there balling, you put up 32 points, I can look at your 32 points and say, man, that was a scrub 32 points. You ain't a good basketball player. Can I do that?
Did I take 30 shots for the 32 points?
Well, that's what Jordan did.
No, but he made half of them, right? Like he's 50% from the field. So let's.
Oh, like, so now, that's what I'm saying. But
that's what I'm saying. If
he took a lot of shots to average 30, more than anybody in NBA history. Jordan has the most shots per 100 possessions than anybody in NBA history by far, which is why he was able to average more points than anybody. No, so that by your standards, then Wilt Chamberlain's a better scorer because Wilt Chamberlain averaged 30 with Jordan while taking less shots and shooting better. So Wilt Chamberlain, that's what I'm saying.
You have to actually make the shots. Like.
I understand all that, but what you're saying is the stats don't matter. But now you're telling me to look at Jordan's stats.
This is like I didn't say the stats don't matter. I never said that, right? Like that's not a thing that I ever said.
So why can't you see the stats when we tell you the stats?
The why stats don't tell the whole story?
What story's trying to be told?
Tell the whole story.
What story's trying to be told? What story's trying to be told? The stats tell you the truth.
Right. So,
your 32 points is 32 points. What story did I need to tell after that?
How'd you get them? Did you win?
So the only 32 points matter if you win. That's what I'm saying. 32 points only matter if you win.
They matter more for sure. Do you want 30 points in a win or 30 points in a loss? Like that doesn't make sense.
I would want 0 points in a win instead of 30 points in a loss. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think my individual stats affects winning like that.
The point is to win.
Oh yeah, we always do that. We always told you that. Of course, we always told you that the point is to win.
So it's the point, right? So if I had 0 points and we won, I'd be happy. If I had 30 points and a loss, I'd be like, damn, we lost.
So again, how is Bill Russell not your GOAT then? Why does Jordan 10 scoring titles trump him? Because he won more championships. Again, you said you rather win a championship. All right, let me ask you a question. Would you rather win 6 championships averaging 30 or 11 championships averaging 15?
Who am I in this situation?
Again, you
am
are
I the player.
You are the guy. Again, you are one guy who's averaging 30 and won 6 championships doing that. You are the other guy averaging 15 and won 11 titles. Which is the guy you want to be?
In the better era?
What's the better era, sir?
The better.
How is the 90s the better era?
We get better because what do you mean? There was 9 teams when Bill Russell played. More good basketball players come out. Like, what are you talking about?
Are you saying that Bill Russell's 11 championships are diminished due to the level of competition he played?
I'm saying and this may be disrespectful, as time goes on, yes. Like
Okay.
I start to
Let
look
him
at
talk, 'cause
I
you gonna put
start to
us up
look
in
at
hope.
this at Bill Russell like, damn, these who are you playing against? You're playing against 9 teams. Sorry, hold on. You're playing.
Oh.
Am I back?
No, you good. Yeah, you good.
Good.
Yeah, you good.
Hello?
You good. Yeah, you good. You good.
Yeah,
Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
I don't know if he can
Yeah,
hear us
hear
now
me?
because he got a phone call. Yeah, we can hear you. He got a
Can
phone
y'all
call.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, I
You
can't hear
good?
y'all. I just got a phone call, so that.
Yeah. No, you got. He got to wait till the phone call ends. He has to wait till the phone. You have to wait.
I don't.
Yeah, you have to wait till it goes into voicemail. It's because the phone
I
the
can't
phone
hear
is still
nothing
ringing.
you're saying.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. Oh.
He's, I just want to know how the scoring trophy, how the trophy look. I never seen it.
You know,
There's
it's
fake
a
ones all over the internet.
created trophy for
Hold on.
Melo.
I'll just rejoin.
That's what
Let
they
me
going
back in
off
a
of.
second. I can't hear nothing y'all saying.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy.
He's so stuck on these scoring titles. I wish we would just move on. Like he don't agree with it. He doesn't think.
No, are we about to move on right now? Because he's about to let us prove why Jordan's 6 titles don't mean more than LeBron's 4. He's just about to prove it to us right now. That's all.
It's somebody in the chat. Can you send me the
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
All right, so
My
you were
bad, I got
saying
a
Bill.
phone call.
No, it's okay. No worries, brother. It's all good. What happens is that once you get a phone call, if you send it to the back until the phone call stops ringing and they go to voicemail, you're not gonna be able to speak. Yeah, that's what usually happens. But it's all love. We having a great conversation. So you were back to you saying Bill Russell's competition was inferior. Yeah, man. Yeah, Bill Russell's was inferior. Go ahead.
Yeah, like as time goes on, those rings become less. I mean, we're not still talking about George Mikan's rings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like as time goes on, those rings get diminished. So yeah, I expect in 2025, in 2050, we about to look at Jordan's rings like.
Well, we look at Jordan rings like that now. We don't need to go to 2050.
Yeah.
We don't need to go to
Well,
2050.
I mean, Bill Russell played 30 years before Jordan, and it's 30 years after Jordan now.
It's the same thing. When Bill Russell won his 11th championship, that was in 1969. Jordan won his 6th championship in 1998. That's a 30-year difference. So there's really no difference right there. We could easily say the 90s. We could easily say the 90s was weak competition. The 90s was weak competition due to the expansion era and the dilution of talent in the NBA, and the fact that the NBA stalled teams from making players move around and things of that nature. So we could say that era was weak. So those 6 championships are not as valuable as the 4 LeBron won in a tougher era versus better players, better competition pool.
Do you think that it's? I think that how many times were there when with the expansion with Jordan and remember Miami and Orlando came in? How many teams were there then?
It went from 23 teams to 29 teams by the end of 96.
29 teams.
Yes.
There's levels to it, man. like Bill Russell was playing against 9 teams.
Again, and Jordan was playing against dudes that shouldn't even been in the league. Dudes that shouldn't have been
that?
starters on. A perfect example. Guys like Muggsy Bogues should have never been a starter. He only became a starter because the league expanded. He was a bona fide bench player, but because the league expanded, he was able to get a starting role. Same thing for Craig Anthony. Craig Anthony spent years on the bench with the Knicks.
Into the league as a Muggsy Bogues didn't come into the league
as
a bench player.
I have a question for you. If the 90s were 8 teams, do you think the competition would be tougher? If it was only 8 teams.
Yeah, because it's a more like so here's the thing, and this is the gray area when it comes to 20. I mean, you can laugh all you want, but it's not cut and dry. It's only cut and dry for you.
There's always a caveat.
There's always a caveat with you, brother. There's always a caveat, brother. Always. It's no. It's always
not cut and dry.
There's never nuance to what you have. You only add a nuance when you contradict yourself. Now you want to add nuance.
Myself at all.
All you've been doing all sir, we've been here for
myself at all.
You've been contradicting yourself this entire time.
No, I haven't.
You just said that the 60s was weak because of 9 teams. We asked you if there was 9 or 8 teams in the 90s. You said it would be tougher competition because you realize the less teams it is, the more great players. You did. You just said that. You said that there was a caveat to it. That you didn't give us a caveat for the 60s.
And then you cut me off Can I?
No,
can I
wait.
answer?
Did you give us a caveat for the 60s?
Why do I? I'm about to. The caveat is the comparison between the two. That's the nuance. Is the difference. If you're taking
Okay, what's the
if you're
difference
telling
between
me
the 8 teams? Yeah,
if
go
you're
ahead.
telling me there's only 9 teams in the 60s, and you're telling me that there's only 9 teams in the 90s. Yes, there is nuance in there. These 9 teams in the 90s are better than the 9 teams in the 60s. Yes.
Why?
Because
Why?
we're humans, we evolve, we progress, we get better, right? Like, so as we go up the ladder, you're supposed to be better than the people before you. That is just that's what's supposed to happen.
So by your standard, LeBron's the GOAT, sir, because as we progress and get to 2025, LeBron's the greatest. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what you just said is supposed to happen.
More than right. This is my point. You're not doing more than the guy before you.
And Jordan didn't do more than the guy before him.
He definitely did.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Did.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No, he did more than Bill Russell before him. And if you
No, he didn't. What did he do more than Bill? What did he do more than Bill Russell?
The only thing he didn't do more than Bill Russell is win more championships.
What else? What did he do more than Bill Russell? What else? What else? What is everything else? What is everything else? What is that? What is everything else? Say and start naming them.
Scoring titles.
Okay, scoring titles is one. You said that. Okay.
Defensive Player of the Years.
They didn't exist. It didn't exist. It didn't exist in his era. It didn't exist in his era.
Isn't that nuance?
No, you can't add that. You can't add that. Bill Russell didn't have an opportunity to win something. That's not like because he couldn't win it.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Are you going to fault Jordan for not getting? Are you going to fault?
No, keep it. Defensive Player of the Year. Go. Keep it. It counts. What else?
What do you mean? Everything.
Okay, you said Defensive Player of the Year, 10 scoring titles, and the all defensive team. He doesn't have more MVPs.
Huh?
He doesn't have more MVPs than Bill Russell.
That's okay. Teach me.
Both of them have 5.
Both of them have 5.
Okay, I thought Bill Russell had 4. That's my mistake.
Okay, that's fine.
4 and 5 years.
Okay, yeah. That's enough. For
Three in a row. So that's it. So just because he has more, he has more scoring titles, more defensive player of the year, and all defensive teams. Those 3 things. That's it.
Yeah, and he's a better basketball player
with less titles.
With less titles.
The point is
okay. At the point is to win. The point is to win. Jordan lost.
Okay.
So then why don't you think? Why don't you think Bill Russell is the GOAT then?
Because we don't use your criteria. So this is your criteria.
No, we don't go by that. So okay, Howie. So by that
you go by the total package.
Do you understand?
No, we go by stats, accolades, and achievements.
Better Jordan. Do you understand why we say LeBron is better than Jordan? Right? You understand that, right? Because if you're discounting titles and just what LeBron did more than Jordan, do you understand why we say LeBron's better than Jordan? Right?
I do understand why you say it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all I want to hear because I know you said those 10 scoring titles was great, but like we believe that LeBron James accomplished more as a scorer than Michael Jordan did, and I think most people could like understand that because of all the things that LeBron accomplished as a scorer. But also, we believe LeBron James is the greater offensive player than Michael Jordan because of the points, assists, the playmaking, right? Yeah, like he's done a lot as a offensive player. Awards. LeBron James has the most NBA awards. LeBron James has more NBA awards than Kareem and Michael Jordan combined because, like you said, when you play in a different era, you get more awards. So LeBron James have more of those. He has more records than anybody.
Can I ask a question about that?
Okay. Yes.
So, and this is what I'm saying is right. You're saying that he has more awards because there are just now more awards to get, right? So you get mad at me for saying that Jordan has the all defensive teams when Bill Russell couldn't win them. Jordan couldn't win Eastern Conference Player of the Year. Jordan couldn't win freaking the in-season tournament. Jordan couldn't win the Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
LeBron doesn't have none of those. LeBron only has.
I'm just saying, there's more awards now.
No, okay, but like Brandon said, you can give Jordan that, but now when you give Jordan that and you apply that to Jordan and LeBron, that makes LeBron better than Jordan by your standards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, that's a caveat, but okay. So you understand when we say LeBron James the greater offensive player? Would you say he's the greater offensive player than Jordan? Right.
I think that because he can score and pass at a better rate than
It makes
Jordan.
sense.
Huh?
Okay, yeah, that basically we could say that he's a greater offensive player. Even if you think Jordan's a greater scorer, you think
Well,
LeBron James should be ahead of an offensive player.
Yeah, and what I look at, Jordan averaged 36 and 6, right?
36 and 5.
They're 36 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron averaged 27, 7, and 7. So like LeBron is the greater offensive player. You know, he averaged 2 assists more than Jordan. Like he's the better playmaker. Like and Jordan's the ball hog. Jordan takes all the shots, right? Jordan's the one that just can't pass the ball, takes all the shots. And he averages 5 assists a game. and
LeBron has 6,000 more assists than LeBron. That's why the points per game and averages are disingenuous conversations, because you guys never include the amount of games played in the averages. So yeah, LeBron has. This is why. Hold on. This is why. Because this is why LeBron has 7.5 assists per game for 1,500 games. Jordan averages 5 assists per game for only 1,000 games. So you're not including the 500 plus games, which is too much more. That's why LeBron James legitimately has 6,000 more assists than Jordan. That's the true number.
Do you think LeBron James' assists went down with more years or up?
It stayed the same. He's always averaged 7 to 8 the whole career.
So exactly.
That's the point. But that's why you got to include the games played, because the more games he plays, the more impressive the 7 is compared to the 5.
You can't come up with an average without including all of the games. So
that's what I'm trying to tell you. So
it's already ingrained in there.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. When you disingenuously try to make it seem like it's only 2 more assists in reality, it is disingenuous. Yes, because you're not including the 500 extra games.
No, yes, I am.
Yes. No, you're not.
I can't get to 7 assists without including the 500 extra games. I can't even do that.
So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So that what makes the 7 assists even more impressive. So by just saying it's only 2 more doesn't mean that, because in reality it's 6,000 more assists.
Can you asked me if I could read stats, right? So when I read the stats and it says 7 and it says 5, I read the stats.
But that's what I'm saying. You didn't read the stat because you didn't include the games. You didn't use
It's what it says.
Did you include the games? Did you include the games?
Well, how can I not? How can I not include the games?
When did you include it? When did you include it?
When I saw the average. The average was 7.7. You can't get to the in order the mathematical equation is you have to have 15. You start with 1,500.
First of all,
that's where you start.
You already disclude totals when you're just looking at those numbers. You act like the totals have nothing to do with it. So why would I not expect you to exclude the games?
I'm just saying they matter less than being the
How can they matter less when they are the determining factor for what you're trying to use?
Because you're just there. Do you think who's the greatest passer of all time?
John Stockton.
Yeah, and I know that. I don't think you believe that. Nobody.
Okay, hold on, wait, stop, Howie, stop, Howie. Hold on, wait, hold on, Howie.
Believe that, bro.
Howie.
Like, it's not just the person with the most is the best at that thing. Most people say John Stockton showed up to work for 7 or 20 years and played 82 games 16 times, and that's why when you play more, you're going to have more total stats. That's why I don't. That's why I don't take them as much.
But we're agreeing LeBron James the better offensive player, right? That's just what we agree on. And I know you say that
Michael Jordan.
Okay, hold up. Michael Jordan averaged 30 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 6 rebounds per game, right? Throughout Michael Jordan's career, he reached those numbers 240 times. When he has 1,072 games. Yeah, he actually reached those numbers 240 times. Kobe Bryant reached that number 159 times. Allen Iverson reached that number 65 times. That's a total of 464 times. LeBron James reached that number 466 times in his career. More than Kobe, all of his games, Jordan, all his games, Allen Iverson, all those games. So
that is impressive.
You understand?
That's very impressive.
That's very impressive. That's very impressive that LeBron James could do Michael Jordan better than Michael Jordan. So let's move on from the greatest scorer, the greatest offensive player, because you didn't make a good case for like scoring. But okay, so let's look at.
Just because you say I didn't make a good case
defense.
For it.
Okay. Let's look at defense, because I know you think Michael Jordan's a better defensive player than than LeBron James. Let's hear that take on that.
He's just better. I mean, the people that he's better. The people that he plays against, he's better. If we just want to go to the stats, He has that. We can take the Defensive Player of the Year award away. You know, I know people want to say, you know, it was found that the fake stats, right? People were
Yeah,
padding his
it's
stats and
fake.
all that
It's a whole
stuff.
bunch of fake stats. Whole bunch of fake stats.
And the statisticians, I did a video on that. The statisticians said that in his home games they were inflating his stats, right? So I did a video where I took all those stats away, and he would still win the Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Why? How you figure that? There's people who vote
I didn't figure it.
on narratives. Yeah, there's
No, it's
people
not
who
narrative.
vote on narratives. Like
It's not narrative.
like
It's not narrative.
it is it's okay.
No,
If you
what I'm
go
saying
by
is
what
if
the
you
head
take
coaches,
those inflated stats away,
Mhm.
the number he still has more he still had more steals, blocks, and like defensive win shares than the next person. So even if you take the like just in 41 games, he had more stats than the other person, like better stats than the other.
Okay,
than the
so
next person.
for one thing, in 1988, they didn't go by any analytics, so defensive win shares wouldn't really have mattered that much.
Okay.
They went by their total production for that year, and that's why Michael Jordan was one of the reasons that he won Defensive Player of the Year, because of the stats that he put. Michael Jordan, even when the coaches voted for the all defensive team that year, because the media votes for Defensive Player of the Year, the coaches did not have Michael Jordan as the most voted for the all defensive team, because the coaches didn't believe that Michael Jordan was the best defensive player in the league. So that's one of the narratives, that maybe he would not have won Defensive Player of the Year if his stats
Okay.
didn't give
I'm
that
cool.
narrative
I'm
that
cool
he's
with
doing
taking it
all
away.
these things. Mhm.
I'm
Okay,
cool
that's
with
fine.
taking it away.
So all right. So when we go by defense, you're saying that Michael Jordan is better defensively because of what again?
Well, if we're taking the Defensive Player of the Year away, then he has more defensive teams. The
Okay.
Bulls were, you know, the Bulls were one of the top defenses in the league every single year. He's leading that, you know.
Okay. All right. Well, one of the things I say that LeBron is one of the greatest defenders of all time, because how versatile he is as a defender. He's very versatile. We've seen him guard every position effectively. We saw it when he was younger. We even saw it last Olympics when in the fourth quarter, he switched on the best player in the league, Jokic, and Jokic couldn't get the ball. That's how great defensively LeBron James is. Not only that, in the posting, he's the all-time leader in steals and defensive rebounds, and he's top 10 in blocks. Like LeBron James, we go by numbers. LeBron James' numbers prove how great of a player defensively he is, not by the narrative that the media wants to put out or a few plays that they see. LeBron James, he's top 6 in steals and defensive rebounds in the regular season as well. Like he's versatile, interior, perimeter. He could do, like, we've never seen a player who could guard like LeBron James has guarded for this long period of time as well. And plus, LeBron James in 2012 and 2013, the coaches voted him as the best defensive player, but the media, like the narrative, gave it to second team players. So LeBron James defensively is so great, but they always want to keep this narrative about defensive player years because of what the media votes. But if we go to stats and we go to what LeBron James has done in his career, it's kind of hard to say that there's better players than LeBron James defensively. And we could actually go by the numbers. So when we're going by facts, what else facts that you have with Michael Jordan besides, you say you're not going to go by defensive player of the year, but you're going to go by what?
All defensive first teams, and I mean it's like so. Also, I'm also on the side of LeBron should have won that Defensive Player of the Year award. That's insane that he doesn't have one, right? Especially with Marc Gasol winning it. That's insane. But like, I don't understand why the media counts for LeBron, but it don't count for Jordan, right? We want to discredit what the media said for Jordan, but we don't. But we want to just take what they said for LeBron. Like, I don't understand.
What media?
How are we doing that? How are we doing that?
Well, you said that they're the voters. You
coaches,
just think that they're just voting for
the coaches. He said the coach voting. Coaches vote for all defensive selections. It got and the defensive player of the year is voted by the media. So again, the coaches voted LeBron James as the best defender in the league.
Like I said, I think LeBron should have won. He should won.
No, I know that, but what we're saying is by the coaches' standards and by their voting standards, he was considered the best player of the year back-to-back seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all we're saying. We're not saying that, and that's another reason why LeBron James actually doesn't have more all defensive selections, because after the media botched back-to-back defensive players of the year due to LeBron James, they had to take a
won back-to-back.
He could have won it back-to-back. He could have won it back-to-back.
What's the other year? Or which one?
2012 and 2013.
2013.
Marc Gasol won it which in 2012?
Marc Gasol won it in 2013 as a guy who didn't really even make no votes to be on the all defensive team.
He shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have
He didn't even but they gave it to Tyson Chandler in 2012. He was also all defensive second team.
To Dwight Howard, I'm guessing?
He was to Dwight Howard. But he still got less votes than LeBron James as well in 2012. LeBron got the most first place votes. Him and Tony Allen.
First place votes from who?
From the coaches. For the all defensive team.
Then
So
he should be the defensive player of the year.
after 2013, they stripped the coaches of the all defensive votes. So from 2015 and on till today, the media has been voting for the all defensive team, and that's why LeBron James only has one in the last 10 years.
You think that's okay? Okay, so are there?
If the coaches still had all defensive selection votes to this day, LeBron James would have probably 5 more all defensive selections on his roster.
5. Okay.
He would have it in 2015. He would have it 2016. He would have it 2017. He would have it 2018.
18.
And then he would have it 2020.
Well.
No, in 2020 he would have definitely 2020. So that would be 5 more.
Why 2020?
Because he was one of the best defensive players in 2020 by far. Yes, he was.
You gotta look
And
at that.
2021 as well.
Why?
Yeah, 2021
I'm
as
just
well.
saying we can just say these things. I don't know why.
No, by the numbers. If you go look at the numbers and what he did and like you said, the eye test, his performance. You don't remember what he did in the bubble, what he was doing that season.
I remember.
That's what I'm saying. He was definitely one of the better defenders in the league, and he definitely would have made an all defensive team by coaching standards. Yeah, by coaching standards, without a doubt. They know for sure LeBron James is that elite as a player. So like I said, those 5 seasons.
Things away from Jordan. I'm cool with taking certain things away from Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But like, I understand that LeBron was like that, but he doesn't have the things. He doesn't have those 5 things.
He doesn't have what thing? He has the record. So
no, well, I'm just saying the next 5. I'm just specifically talking about those defensive teams.
Okay, defensive team. Okay, defensive teams. Like he doesn't have those yet. Like also LeBron, no one has led his team in more defensive rebounds in the season than LeBron, and more steals in the season than LeBron. Like LeBron James has those things as well. Like LeBron James has a lot of records as a defensive player.
You said no one's led. You said he led the team in what?
Led his team in defensive rebounds. No one has led his team in defensive rebounds more than 15 times in a season. LeBron did that, okay. And steals as well, 15 times. No one has did that as well.
Not to mention he has the most steals in playoff history and the most defensive rebounds in playoff history as well.
He's great.
Yeah, no, that's why we're saying he's the better.
LeBron is my second. LeBron is number 2 to me. Like
yeah.
I don't.
So he's better than Jordan offensively. He's better than Jordan defensively.
No.
I mean,
he's not better than Jordan defensively.
The stats don't tell the whole story.
Well, I just said this. Okay, the stats don't tell the whole story. But if we're using stats, is LeBron James
statistically?
Okay.
All right.
I said
that's always been my thing. Statistically, no one's better than LeBron.
I mean, I don't know what else we could go by, but
well, because it's totals. It's totals. If you play the most, it's just like Kareem had the most of everything when he
That's
was.
False. That's false because LeBron James has all these things without being the most players who played the most. He still hasn't played the most games in NBA history.
He will this year, though, right? I think it was.
Yeah, he might pass it. He has to play over 60 games to get past Robert Parrish, something like that. 60 or 70 games. If he does that, he gets past Robert
And then
Parrish.
it's like I get that, but I want to. He's definitely the longest tenured great player. I'm not trying to hate on Robert Parrish or Kevin Willis or these guys, but like I personally don't care that Kevin Willis played this many games. You know what I'm saying? Like I care that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played that many games. So like, I don't know. That doesn't matter
like
anything. LeBron is easily the longest. Like he stayed good for longer than anybody else.
What about Vince Carter?
Okay. Also, is there any debate about who's the most versatile player than LeBron and Jordan? Is there any debate about that?
I don't think so. I think LeBron is more versatile.
Okay. All right. So we're making it down the list. What about winning?
I mean, come on.
Is it even a like argument to you winning?
So there's no caveat. There's no caveat we can bring to you. No nuance.
They're allowed. I'm not allowed to have caveats.
No, I'm not saying you are allowed to have it. I'm just saying no because you have them. I'm just saying you had a lot of nuances. I'm just saying, is there any nuance? Do you think we can bring any nuances to that? Because it can't be cut and dry. 6 over 4 can't just be cut and dry.
I agree. But
okay.
But I personally don't believe you're about to say anything that trumps 6 over 4. So
okay.
So yes, you're about to tell me all of the regular season wins. No one has more playoff wins and all of this stuff. You got all these playoff wins, but you don't have more rings. You're the better player, but you don't. You're the better player to y'all. He's the better player, the better offensive player, the better defensive player, the more versatile player, the guy that can do more than anyone else ever, except win.
That's the same thing we keep telling you about Bill Russell. Like you just keep like everything that you just said. Nothing. So that means nothing Jordan did trumps 5 more championships, sir. Nothing. Nothing. All those 10 scoring titles, all that tougher competition, you still won less.
We're speaking about winning, and you have to. If you're the better player, and you have to win more.
That's what makes Bill Russell your GOAT, because he won more. Obviously, he's the better player. Everything to you.
You are deciding what my criteria is for.
No, you just said that right now.
The greatest player of all time has the total package, the everything. If you put everything, all the accolades,
we just gave you a total package. You said it doesn't mean nothing to you. We just gave you LeBron's total package.
It doesn't mean nothing to me, but it's better if you.
Okay.
Yes, the total package of LeBron James. The total package of the fact that LeBron James has the most playoff wins in NBA history. He has the most playoff series wins in NBA history. He has the most playoff sweeps in NBA history. He has more winning seasons than Jordan. He has more playoff appearances than Michael Jordan. He has more conference titles than Michael Jordan. He's won a championship on every team he's ever been on. He has the greatest finals performance in NBA history. Yes, it's better than Magic Johnson's 1980, sir. I don't know where you got that from. So 2016 alone is the
what rookie?
LeBron James had the most points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals than everybody in the entire entire finals. To everybody. So he averaged more points than everybody because everybody played 7 games. Even the guys who played less than 7 games didn't average more points, rebounds, assists, blocks, none of that. Like completely. Versus a team that won 73 games with a unanimous MVP. Your boy was playing alongside the league MVP in 1980. So back to the everything. When we do all this everything, how does 2 more championships trump that?
How does 2 championships trump 1?
All the everything that we just gave you, that package, the whole pack. We just gave you the whole package. We gave you a whole package.
So if we want to, fine. I'll retreat on that. That is the greatest finals appearance ever. Okay, great.
No, don't forget the other things. Don't forget the other things. Go ahead.
No, I said it was the greatest. I said it was the greatest, right? We're talking about just the 73-9 finals, right?
No, we're talking about everything else. That's a part of it. You remember the most playoff wins, the most playoff series wins, the most sweeps in NBA 7-game series sweeps in NBA history.
I don't understand how you can have all that and not have more rings.
The same way Jordan has all of that and doesn't have more rings than Bill Russell. Because Bill Russell's the greatest winner. Because hold on, wait. Let's cut this short. Because you might and don't say this is what I don't believe. Because here in Goat James Kingdom, we don't tell you what we believe. We tell you what we know. Bill Russell is the greatest winner in NBA history, if not in sports history.
Team sports history.
Does college count?
And he has college championships as well. If we count his college championships, even worse. Not to mention, Bill Russell won as a / player coach, back to back. So he is the greatest winner ever. We don't take that from him. So when you say, like you said, winning matters the most, to us the first thing we think is Bill Russell, because to us the greatest winner is Bill Russell. You can't take Bill Russell's career and attach it to Jordan. Jordan's not the greatest winner of all time. Jordan doesn't have the greatest stats of all time. Jordan doesn't have the most accolades and achievements and records of all time. So there's nothing in the annals of history that says Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. No, again, he's the greatest player of his era. He's the greatest player of the 90s.
Bill Russell didn't play against everybody. LeBron James didn't play
against everybody. But Bill Russell won more championships than everybody else. Bill Russell has records. So when Bill Russell retired in his NBA career,
why does who Jordan played against matter, but who Bill Russell
Bill Russell played tougher competition than Jordan.
Yeah, that's not true.
Oh my God.
You just agree that 8 teams is tougher to win versus 28 teams.
No, I agreed
Like,
that
you just
if there was
said that
no. That B. Lee, that's not what I said. I said if there was 9 teams in 1990 and 9 teams in 1960, I said the 9 teams in 1990 would be better. I said that.
No, we understand why you said that too, because you said the evolution of us getting better through progress, but you don't accept that evolution past the 90s. Yeah. So it doesn't mean nothing to us.
No, it's not that I don't accept the evolution past the 90s. My thing is, if you're going to be better, then actually show that you're better.
That's what he did show. He did show that he's better. He won 11 championships. He won 11 championships. He showed that he's better.
No, LeBron.
LeBron did show that he's better.
As you can see, go ahead.
Let's just go to winning, and let's tell me what Jordan did better than everybody in the history of the game with winning. Go.
Bill Russell has more rings, so we just said that. It's a fact.
No. Michael Jordan, like with winning, what did Michael Jordan do greater than everybody in the history of basketball in winning?
Is anyone else undefeated?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Scotty's undefeated.
Next.
Who's the other undefeated guy that didn't play with Michael Jordan?
John Havlicek.
John Havlicek.
Okay, is he the GOAT?
He 8-0.
He's 8-0.
Of course he's not. That's why Michael Jordan's not to go with 6-0. Yeah, you're proving our point.
No, but you guys didn't. Is Robert Ory? Like that's what I'm saying. Like what are y'all saying?
You're proving our point.
You're proving our point.
Okay, that's why between Jordan and LeBron. What did Michael Jordan do winning better than everybody? Huh? Okay, no, that's not the conversation. Is the greatest of all time. Winning wise, what did Michael Jordan do better than everybody in the history of the game?
He's the reason they won. He's the reason they won. Like,
I'm not. I understand.
Havlicek is 8-0, but he's not the reason they won every time.
Giannis is the reason the Bucks won. We understand that.
Yeah.
But what did Michael Jordan do greater than everybody in the history of basketball, winning wise?
He didn't lose, and he's the reason they didn't lose.
So is Joker's inability to never lose in the finals the same as Jordan's?
If he wins more, yeah. You can't just he just has one.
So the winning more undefeated should be better, correct? So why does Havlicek not get accounted in this? We don't understand because see what you fail to realize, Howie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ask you a question and cut you off. I apologize, but what we're having trouble with is the idea that you're using a stat to stand and represent something. But it seems like the stat is not what represents that something. It depends on the name attached to the stats. So as soon as you attach a name to a stat, like you said, that doesn't include Michael Jordan or LeBron, that stat no longer should be considered. Is that what we're getting from you?
No, because if you bring up John Havlicek saying that he's 8-0, that's great, but he's not the reason they did it. Is Robert Ory the reason he has 7 rings? Like he wasn't the best player on the team for those.
Yeah, but here in GOAT James Kingdom, we say Scotty's why they're 6-0, not Mike.
There ain't gonna be no Scotty disrespect on this channel ever. Not from nobody from New York.
Ooh.
Yeah. But don't worry. I won't talk about your 16 points a game king. Okay.
So now, that's what I'm saying. But that's what we're saying, Howie. If stats could trump winning, why can't LeBron stats trump Jordan? But we agree with you. We obviously know Jordan contributed in a largest factor when you look at the stats, because we look at stats. We can see stats.
But not just the stats too.
The thing is, you're saying that Michael Jordan winning is not greater than everybody else winning. Like, you just proved that because you can't name something he did greater winning wise than anybody else in the history of the game.
Yeah, he's the reason they won, and he didn't lose. When you can't say that, like with John Havlicek, he won
lose.
8 times in a row.
We see him lose in the first round. We see him lose in the second round.
When they got to the finals.
So you're only taking 6 years of his career, and that's all that matters.
I'm counting the other 15 too. I'm counting the other
we see him lose.
9 too.
We see him lose, so that doesn't prove the point that he's the greatest winner of all time, or he's a better winner than the next person, because you can't really name something that he did better winning wise.
Well, but if you're going 6 out of 15, why can't I go 4 out of 22?
You can. That's true.
You could do that. We're not denying that.
We don't deny that.
We have never once said that LeBron James is a greater winner than Bill Russell. That doesn't make any sense. That's asinine to say that.
You never said he was a great. Is he a greater winner than Michael Jordan?
Yes.
Yeah. Who, LeBron James? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's hard to trump 7 more championships. It's hard to trump 7 championships. We can trump 2. We could trump two. No, it's not. It's not.
It's an opinion then. I don't agree.
No, we could trump two. We could trump two championships. Could be trumped. That's very easy. The same way you could trump Jordan 6 championships over a Havlicek's 8. That's simple. But to trump 5 or 7 more championships, that's kind of hard, brother. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard.
Than Michael Jordan. So that's why he's been more successful in the playoffs than Michael Jordan.
By
Simple
far.
as that. I know you want to try to say that make it to the finals is a knock on somebody's
No,
career,
it's not a knock. It's not.
Make any sense.
No. It's not a knock. You have to split hairs when we're talking about who's the best, right? Who's the best ever? Of course, you got to bring up everything. Yeah.
But that's what we're saying. If we take, go ahead,
yeah,
man, I'm
that's
sorry.
what we're bringing up. Everything like we're bringing up like the conference. Those are titles. Those are actual NBA titles, conference titles. LeBron has more than Michael Jordan, and if you say he has 2 more NBA titles, LeBron has 4 more conference titles, and not only that, he's won
Why
more
is conference
playoff
titles
series
better than
anybody.
NBA titles?
If they're not. That's why
We're
he said he
not
has 4
saying
more.
it is. We're
That's why he has
saying
4.
more than
So-
Michael Jordan.
That's why he has
But
4
you're
more.
using it. But you're using that.
You said we got to nitpick everything, so they
Right,
nitpick
but-
it.
No, because he's asking us what can we use to trump the 2 more championships, right? If
So
we just take 6 seasons of each
Oh,
player, if we just take 6 seasons of each season, it's Jordan. He trumps LeBron James 4-6, and obviously LeBron James has 2 losses in 6 seasons. But when we add LeBron James's 4 more extra seasons that Jordan doesn't have, that's the extra winning. Because we're talking about winning. Winning is not cut and dry the amount of championships. You agree to that because for you the 6 could be considered more winning than 11. But so that's what we're trying to explain to you. But for us, it's way much easier to trump the 2 more championships than to trump 5 more or to trump 7 more. That's why to us, Bill Russell's the greatest winner ever because there's nothing we can bring to the table that can trump Bill Russell winning 11 championships in 13 years and making 12 final appearances. There's nothing that can trump that. Nothing.
Yeah, if we take 12 years of LeBron James' best years, that would not trump Bill Russell because Bill Russell has 11 division titles plus 12 division titles plus 11 NBA titles. Like LeBron James cannot trump that. But LeBron James can trump
with the most wins, with all that, with the most wins, the most playoff wins, all that.
Both players win the highest win shares, highest plus or minus.
Okay, well to me, those other things don't trump the 2.
But that's what we're trying to say. We get that winning matters because don't get us wrong. Winning matters here in Go James Kingdom. It matters here, but like you said, the total package is what we bring together.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Let's ask this question. For 10 years, we just taken 10 years of LeBron James and Michael Jordan, and we're looking at the winning. Who had the better 10 years? Who was more successful in those 10 years? With LeBron James 10 conference titles and 4 titles, and Michael Jordan 6 conference titles, 6 NBA titles.
6 and 6 is better to me. That's way better. That's better.
So just 6 years, but even though LeBron James was more successful for 4 more years than Michael Jordan in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Like yes, being number 1 more is better.
Okay. LeBron James was successful for 4 more years than Michael Jordan in a 10-year span, right? Can we agree on that?
Yeah, we're playing like a word. We're playing like a word wizard game right here. Like
I'm just saying,
you're trying to weave me through some shit.
LeBron James was more successful in 10 seasons. That's all. That's
but
what we're saying.
10? Are we just talking about the first
10 years?
10 you're choosing? 10 what?
No, let's do this. Okay, 1988 Jordan to 1988 Jordan to 1998 Jordan played 10 NBA seasons. He won 6 NBA championships within that span. LeBron James between 2011 and 2020 made 9 NBA finals and won 4 NBA championships. Those 10-year spans, which one was more successful as far as winning wise?
Jordan. Yeah, Jordan. He got to the mountaintop more. Like, I mean, that's he won more. He won more championships. That is what do you mean?
Okay, all right. So now if we reverse this conversation, the same thing applies. Jordan has 6 championships in a 10-year span. Bill between 1960.
We agree that Bill Russell is the greatest winner of all time. I said that when you first said it.
Right.
Okay, so then winning is not the all be all to winning in the GOAT debate, correct?
Yep, said that in the very not trying
No,
to
you
be funny
didn't.
for real.
No,
I've
you
been
didn't.
saying
No,
it.
you
It's the
didn't.
total package. Okay, it's a total
It's a
package.
total package.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Billy.
It's the
Thank you,
total
Billy. That's
package.
what I'm saying.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You said
Okay.
it's the total package.
Okay.
So
Okay.
actually, when we look at scoring, LeBron James has more of a total package in scoring because he has more offensive feats than Michael Jordan. When we look at offensively, LeBron has more of that because he's the total package with assists and everything. When we look at stats, LeBron James is the total package with the stats. When we look at accolades, LeBron James has more accolades when we look at the total package. When we look at let me see consistency, LeBron James been the most consistent player of all time. When we look at the defensive side of the thing with the versatile defender, like we just talked about, we agree that LeBron James has that as well. And when we also look at longevity, like all these packages keep adding up for LeBron. But if we want to give Michael Jordan the winning with the 2 more titles, okay, we could say that. The more winning, yes, we could say the most winning goes there. What other total package what other in the packet are we looking at to say that Michael Jordan is ahead of LeBron? What else
Well,
is in this package?
we have all because we have all of the again the 9 defensive teams. Like that is just more than LeBron. You can show me stats that say, hey, he should have won this, and I can agree with you, but he didn't win them, right? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I agree, he should have 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, but he don't, right? I agree that maybe I don't know about 5, but I just got to look at it. I don't know, but maybe he would have more.
But you don't believe that. But you don't believe that.
I don't. No, I don't. Because
No, I'm saying you don't believe Jordan is a better defender because of all defensive selections. You don't believe that.
Well, I believe he's a better defender because of the intensity. When somebody's in front of him, nobody's just going off on Jordan.
That's a lie.
Who?
What?
Listen, in 1988, his Defensive Player of the Year, there's been a whole breakdown of that entire year in his seasons, and he got cooked every night as a primary defender on another player. I mean, guys like Otis Birdsong, John Long. I mean, we can go down the list. Torch Jordan night after night, every night. I mean, just night after night, he was getting torched. High percentage shooting.
That's a good name. Wow.
Trust me, when we heard his name, we couldn't believe it.
I'm just surprised that someone else knows him.
Yes. We were surprised too that he was going off on Jordan. Jordan's defense is not that great.
Defensively. Besides all defensive teams, what makes Michael Jordan a great defender outside defensive teams?
Steals, blocks. Like what I don't know what you're looking for when no, people just people don't just go off on him. You can bring up the 88 Birdsong guy. I hear you. Like, yes, you can bring up Greg Chapman giving him 39 too. Like, okay. But for the most part,
because the main thing when we talk about defense, we're talking about actual defense.
No, it's not for the most part.
For
the most part, Jordan getting cooked. Yes, sir. Defense. We watch film over here.
So how do you I watch film every day. Who is he getting cooked? He's not getting cooked.
Getting cooked constantly. Majority of his career. Cooked.
Yeah. So if you're saying his stats makes him great, wouldn't that make LeBron's stats better since he has NBA
I'm saying that adds to it. No. You said what else? You said outside of defensive teams.
Yeah, what else?
I'm still counting the defensive teams. Like, what do you mean?
But LeBron only has 3 less than Jordan.
Stats.
I didn't say. Guys, LeBron is the second greatest player to me. I'm not about to sit up here and just be like, look, I didn't say LeBron sucks on defense. I didn't even say he was.
But by your standards, by your standards, how you got Jordan as the GOAT, LeBron shouldn't even be second on your list.
Why?
Because all the things that you're stating, guys who have more all defense selections, they won more. Like, there's a lot of things that you put over Jordan. The guys who has more scoring titles than LeBron. The total package.
But you don't have more this. You can have more this, but you don't have more that.
But that's what there's a lot of guys that we're saying the same things that you're giving Jordan over LeBron. There are players who have that over LeBron, but you're not putting them over LeBron.
That's singular things. That's one thing.
No, again, listen to what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. The things, that's plural, that you're putting Jordan over LeBron for, there are those same things, plural, other players have over LeBron, but you don't put them over LeBron. So we don't believe you when you say that's why Jordan's the GOAT.
No, because I'm counting everything else. It is not. Nobody has that package. What do you mean? if there's somebody with more defensive teams, cool. If there's somebody with
Kobe
more,
has more scoring titles. Kobe has more championships, more all defensive selections than LeBron James.
and he has
sir.
less MVP. He has 4 less MVPs, so I can't put him up above LeBron.
So
I mean, if we're talking about defensive things that no one's done, I could name 20 things that no one done in NBA history defensively that LeBron James has done. That's why we're asking you, like, what has Michael Jordan done defensively that no one else has done in NBA history? And you say all defensive team, which 3 other players have done this, and he doesn't have the most all defensive teams total.
He's got more than
So
LeBron.
that's why we're acting like, okay, he has, okay, all right, and so he has one thing more than LeBron defensively. Is that what you're saying?
and the steals. He's gonna say the steals.
I could tell you 20 things that LeBron has more than everybody defensively in the history of the game.
I know you guys like totals because he has them. So again, statistically, I've said this again. We can go back and I've said this. Statistically, who's better than LeBron?
Statistically, defensively, LeBron's better than Jordan as well. When we go by stats,
Statistically,
and that's statistically, and that's the facts. That's the records that's recorded in NBA history.
and it's not accolades. He doesn't have more than Jordan on that.
What accolades you talking about?
Defensive
Player
teams
of the year,
and
right?
defensive player of the year.
Okay.
Whether
Michael Jordan doesn't have the most.
we can agree that
No,
LeBron
I'm
should have
saying
more.
better than everybody in the history of the game. Better than everybody in the history of the game. Michael Jordan doesn't have the most all defensive teams or the most defensive player of the year.
I don't think
But LeBron James has things
Jordan
that's
is the greatest
greater
defender
than.
of all time. I don't think Jordan is the greatest defender.
Yeah,
of all time.
LeBron James has over 20 things that's greater than everybody in the history of the game. That's what I'm saying.
By your standards, Kevin Garnett's better than Jordan.
Why?
More all defensive selections and and the same amount of defensive player of the year.
And 4 less MVPs.
And more.
That's defense. We're talking
and more
defense. We're
defensively.
talking defense.
No, you said greatest player. You see, this is what I'm saying.
No,
You
I said no. He's better
greatest
defensively.
No,
Better
we talking about
defensively.
defensive. We've been talking about defense. We've been talking about defense this whole
player.
Talking
time.
about
Guys,
defense.
If we're only, I never once said Jordan was the greatest defender of all time.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is that
And if you want to say, if you want to pick someone, if I'm picking Kevin Garnett or Michael Jordan on defense, give me Kevin Garnett.
okay, all right. At least you stay
Okay,
consistent.
all right. So we're going back to this packet that you're talking about that Michael Jordan has over LeBron James, and you know we gave you the winning. Yeah, you can have that, even though we believe LeBron James been more successful winning than Michael Jordan in his NBA career. He won more titles than Michael Jordan in his NBA career. If we talk about total titles, defensively, you hanging on. He's tied with 4 other players in all defensive teams, but that's fine. What else in this total
Not hanging
packet that
on.
you're talking about?
I'm not. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
He has more things. He's the defensive
They
player
have
of
to
the year
schedule more things. Okay. Defensive player of the year.
and all defensive teams. Like, I don't know. Like, talk to the media.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay. So what else in this total package that you're talking about? That's what I'm trying to understand. You said Michael Jordan has a better total package than
Yeah.
LeBron James has.
What is there when with with the things that are most important to basketball, right?
What are okay?
Winning,
I'm listening.
MVPs, Finals MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA selections, which I know LeBron has more, All Stars, which I know LeBron has more, All Defensive, which we know how Jordan has more. Like,
Okay.
when who's the most decorated, right? Like now I don't count like the difference between accolade and achievement, right? Like, accolade is like being first to 1,000 points is not an accolade, it's an achievement.
It's not something that you really care about, basically.
No, it's not something. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's definitely not as important as an award. It's important, like it's important, like, but there's levels to it for sure. How is there not? Like it definitely, a scoring title is certainly has more weight than being the first to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Like, that's
All the way to 42,000.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
10 scoring titles. Like this is that's like saying like, hey, you know, you are an employee for 20 years, and yeah, you show up to work every day, and you're consistently one of the best workers, but you only led our jobs in sales 1 year. This guy who
No,
who worked less
that's
than you.
showing up to work. No, that's actually saying you showed up to work and you made the company more money than any person in the history of the world.
Well, hold on, wait. No, Howie. So let's do this, Howie. But let's do this, Howie. Let's do this. You have 2 employees. Both of them was with your company at a span of at least 19 years. Okay, but we're gonna say.
Wait, but that I'm with you. But that already doesn't go with what we're talking about because we know Jordan didn't play 19 years.
Again, his career spanned 19 years. Just pay attention.
Okay, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
His 15 seasons spanned 19 years.
Fact.
Okay,
That's a fact. Yeah.
LeBron played 20 seasons to get to the 40,000 points that he got. Right? Okay, so you have one employee who won Salesman of the Year 10 times out of the 15 supposed years he was there, out of the 19 years in total, right? But he gave you $32 million in that span. Your other employee gave you 20 years, was only the Salesman of the Year once, but generated $40 million for your company. Who is the better salesman?
The one that leads the league. The one that wins the 10. What do you mean? Every single year.
I'm gonna repeat myself.
I heard you. I heard you.
Okay.
One is more at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But the person that is consistently showing me that we're gonna be the best,
even though they generated less revenue.
Also, wait. LeBron didn't take 19 years. He took 20.
That's why I said 20 years. And 20 years.
You said 19.
No, I said Jordan was 19. Jordan was 19 years. Jordan's 19 years as your employee, and 15 of them he worked because he quit on you twice. Right? Okay. So in those 19 years, he was the salesman of the year for 10 times. He only generated, though, within those 19 years, $32 million for your company. Within those times, he was the salesman of the year 10 times, but he only generated $32 million for you as a salesman. The other employee you had gave you 20 years. They were only the salesman of the year once, but they generated $40 million for you in revenue as a salesman. Who do you, as a business owner, think is the better salesman?
Yeah, I want the $8 million more. You're right.
Yeah, we know.
Thank you.
I'm not about to. Like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Thank you.
I want the
so when we apply that to basketball terminology and knowledge, if you're a smart basketball fan, you would apply, right. And especially if you don't hate basketball, you would definitely know 40,000 points trumps 10 scoring titles.
Or just say you hate basketball.
Oh, just say you hate basketball.
That was cute. Yeah, no. I love basketball enough to know that when Jordan was doing it, we were all come up.
You a Knick fan, so you gotta love basketball as much torment they put you through. As much torment as you go through as a Knick fan.
The thing I did say in the beginning is not all Knick fans are created equally. As much as I
my wife's a Knick fan. If you're not a Knick fan like her, then I'm gonna call you a phony one. I know a Knick fan when I see one. You came on here with a Knick jersey. You wearing blue and orange. Stand on it, brother. We love, huh?
Who is it though?
That's not John Starks, is it?
It is John Starks.
Oh my God! How would you dare put John Starks? How dare would you wear John Starks?
I've seen John Starks get cooked from my TV at home. So.
We make fun of John Starks on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that's word. And I'm not about to ever sit up here and tell you he's better than anybody. But
no, I know. But one thing, we do respect people who are a fan of teams, right? I always say that if you have first of all, if you're a real basketball fan, you're a team. You're a fan of a team, some sort. So that I always say.
And only one.
And then the second tier is obviously a fan of a player, right? There's a player you like no matter what generation it is.
But that can't trump your team, to me.
Well, I get you. Those who have teams say the same thing. I agree with you. If you have a team, it always trumps the player notion. But we do know there are real basketball fans, such as my partner Brandon. He's a basketball player fan. Chilltown, right? We all know is a big time basketball fan. He doesn't have a team. He just likes players. So that's the dynamics of being an NBA fan. So again, we appreciate you taking your time.
Where do you?
I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida, and Brandon's from. But when he wants to claim some weeks Indiana, the other times he claims he's from Arizona.
Never come
Hawaii.
from Arizona.
And I'm from Chicago.
Okay. So y'all teams?
No,
Not
what you
teams,
mean? No, I mean I'm a Heat fan, big time Heat fan.
I'm a Bulls fan.
I don't
Yeah.
have a team. Or do I want a team?
You don't want a team?
No.
course not.
Brandon's a
I
player
wouldn't-
guy.
You're smart because it's a lot of heartache.
Brandon's a player guy. His favorite players were like Penny Hardaway, Vince Carter, guys like that. Growing up,
I loved Penny. That sucked that he
yeah.
you know.
So we're real hoopers. We're real hoopers. I mean, you probably wouldn't like where I have Jordan ranked, but I think Brandon still has Jordan ranked second on his list.
Where would you put Jordan?
Who me? He's fifth.
Okay. Listen, I'm like, that's crazy. But
You can say that. You can say that. Listen,
Right.
we don't take nothing personal, but go ahead and say what you had to say.
Same. But see, but after, first of all, even before this conversation, right, to even have this and y'all did everything professionally, I knew y'all was on the right path, right? So now knowing that you think Jordan is fifth, I know you have a good argument for that.
Yes,
Right?
that's accolades and
To
achievements.
most people, you're gonna hear Jordan fifth, and they're gonna look. They're not even gonna want to hear you.
Oh yeah, I'm a zesty Jeffrey nightmare.
I have Jordan second.
I
But-
pop up like Freddy Krueger when they go to sleep. If they go to sleep, they take notes about stuff that I say.
Well, I actually had to move Jordan down to 3 because of I wasn't being as consistent as I should have been. I was using more of my my eye test and my heart to say Jordan was second. But if we go by what players accomplished, he hasn't accomplished more than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which sucks. But
Do you have a top 10? Do you have a top 10 list there, Howie?
I know I can do 5 off the top of my head.
Okay, so if you have your 5, just give us your 5. Because we usually ask for your top 10, but if you have 5, we'll take your 5. Who's your top 10 in order players of all time, please?
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and I usually go like my 5th is really hard because I'm usually go back and forth between like Tim Duncan and Kobe, and
That's hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah. It's like
we always go back and forth too.
So you got 4 more. So you got 4 more. You
Yeah.
got 4 more after that. So you would say what? Shaq, Bird.
Shaq, Shaq, Bird. Let's see, 6,
Magic.
7, huh?
He got Magic top 5. Magic top 5.
Yeah.
He got Magic top
yeah.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So no Russell or Wilt Chamberlain.
So I'm at 7.
Yeah, you're about
I
at
would-
7, 8.
I'm at
Yeah.
7. So I would say Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and I really want to say Steph Curry, but I'm not sure about that yet for
So
number
what
10.
you just said is you got no Nick in your top 10. Okay, that's
Yeah, that's not you. Listen. You can
else-
never make
who
fun
else
of
could be
the
there?
Knicks more than me. You can't make fun of the Knicks more than me. So
Oh, trust me, John is gonna go in. We about to put the link up. I don't know if you want to join the link. As professional as we are while we're doing this
Yes,
here,
I do.
When that link come up, it's about to get wild here. This is Goat James
Yes.
Kingdom. So
once the link come up, that's when everything.
I'm about to say
Oh.
this made me want to be on every week.
well, listen. If you really don't mind, brother, listen. Become a Goat James Kingdom member. It's $4.99 a month to support what we do here in Goat James Kingdom. We are truly basketball fans, but we do have this platform for this particular situation to have the Goat debate. Just how we just had it with you. Very respectful, back and forth discussion. Just grown men talking basketball. We don't care if people have Jordan as the GOAT or not, but we do like to have their reasoning and understandings to it. So that's why Goat James Kingdom exists. So you're more than welcome to show up, even if you're not a member. We put the link up just like we're doing right now for members. We usually do it earlier, about an hour into the show, so about 1 o'clock Eastern. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody check their fantasy team. You see that we had such.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's
I did that.
I missed the hour of football.
So I apologize for y'all who didn't get their fantasy team set up. But again, make sure you plug in your channel right quick, just in case you do have to step out to do what you got to do. So go ahead and plug in your channel, brother, please.
Absolutely. Please follow. Just Say You Hate Basketball. I don't know if y'all can see it on the
Yeah, it's
says
there.
my name. So at Just Say You Hate Basketball on Instagram. And it's at Mr. Howie. I'm probably gonna change that to Just Say You Hate Basketball back. But I've been on my TikTok. I was doing way more than just basketball, but now I think I'm about to switch it to just basketball. But definitely the best place to follow me is Instagram. I do have Twitter and or I guess X and YouTube as well, and that's Just Say You Hate Basketball. You type that in and you're gonna find me. So I'm a passionate basketball fan. I still play. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, I still play like recreationally, like, you know.
Yeah, understood.
You know, and yeah, you know, I think that as long as I'm a respectful debater. You know, I'm very passionate. I stand on my stance, but I'm always willing to hear. I'm not gonna ever be like, nah, that's some BS. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know what? I would rather have that extra $8 million. I would, you know what I'm saying? You know, now, I still
That's
think
a
Jordan is
salesman.
the GOAT. Jordan is still the GOAT, you know? But there's some things that, you know, that you're just like, yeah, LeBron is better at this. And it's undeniable. So, you know, that's who I am. Mike is the GOAT. Let's argue. The videos are coming always. And you know, also the people in every comment section everywhere. Can we just be respectful, please?
You could no. Listen. We've been doing this for over 3 years. There's no such thing as that. They're never going to be
Right.
respectful.
Yeah.
I tell people it's a battle. It's really I don't want to say
Right.
a war to disrespect people who are in the service and stuff like that. People who are truly going through stuff like that. But this is in basketball terms and in sports world. This is the
Yeah.
most heated debate and topic.
Always.
On social media, so definitely shout out to you. Now, normally we do have an MJ delegate that appears here. His name is Craig. He's a part of our show. He's a part of our show every week. So like we said, we really open up for this discussion. And as passionate as you are, and as how can I say animated as you are in your posts, I thought you would be a little bit more like that here, which I'm glad you wasn't, because like you said, it was a great discussion. So we really appreciate you, Howie. That was great, man. So again, this is Howie. Just Say You Hate Basketball on Instagram, on X, and on TikTok, correct?
Yep. TikTok,
Okay.
yep, and YouTube
Yeah,
too, yeah.
we're on TikTok as well. We're doing TikTok lives every Saturday night. So if you want to join us, then we do that with FYF Sports Debate. So shout out to everybody who's watching us on FYF Sports Debate as well, because we're live on FYF Sports Debate. We're live on Instagram right now. We're live on the Badar podcast. We're live on Alan Powell's show channel, and we're also live on Real Debates channel as well. So we're doing all of that here. We're doing big things. And Willie down here at the bottom. Shout out to Willie in the building. But before we let Willie up, we got some GOAT James Kingdom members. So.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. Before everyone, get a chance to talk, Howie, how did you think you did in this GOAT debate? The convincing us that Michael Jordan was the GOAT. How do you think you did?
0. Like there's no that's the one thing about Jordan and LeBron fans. They not coming. You're not about to change anybody's mind. Like they're not about to. Nobody's coming. Like I and I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way, but like I didn't learn anything. Like I knew everything that you guys said. You know what I'm saying? Like, but and I knew all of that before I thought Jordan was the GOAT, right? Like, and also here's the thing: for a very long time, I grew up in LeBron James era, right? Like I'm like, oh, LeBron James is about to be the GOAT. I was not a Jordan fan at first, And then to see, just the way that shit started to shake out, I was like, nah. I'd rather be much more like that guy than this guy. So that's where I went, But yeah, like everything y'all said was valid, was like you said, stats, accolades, achievements, they're facts. And there's and the caveat and the nuance is where I live.
That's because you're a Knicks fan.
Right,
you're a Knicks fan. You have to create a 50 years of losses to make you feel better.
The Knicks suck. No, I don't defend the Knicks. That's my team. I grew up in New York. That's my team. But I'm not. Everything you about to say about the Knicks is right.
Well, you know what? Now that you say that, what is your take for the Knicks this year? Do you have any idea? Do you have any take for your Knicks this year? Anything at all?
This is gonna be one of the years where, like when you damn, because I Julius Randle was one of my favorite players. Tom Thibodeau was one of my favorite coaches. I was mad when we traded Julius Randle, especially for Cat, who is the softest dude that I've ever come across in basketball, and we saw it for 10 years. Him not do it in Minnesota, and now we think he's our guy. Anyway, And Tom Thibodeau is one of the best coaches. He led us further than we've ever been in 25 years, and we fire him. But forget all that because, Tyrese Halliburton's hurt, Jason Tatum's hurt. It looks like who's in our way, really, right? Like, who can really beat us? I think Giannis, to me, Giannis is the best player in the league, but he don't got a team. So, I don't know if he's, going to be really a threat. I think I hate Philly, but eventually one of these years is going to be good for them. They have all the players, so they can't just be injured every single year. So one of these years they're going to be good. But other than that, it don't really seem like nobody in the Knicks way, really. So yeah, it's like, if they end up in the finals, I'm gonna be happy, and I'm just gonna be a little bit bitter that I wish that we would have given Julius Randle a chance. I wish that if we end up winning the championship, I'm gonna be happy, of course. But should have been, it's Tom Thibodeau's. It should be him. He did all the work. You
don't think Julius Randle's playoff performance dropped when he got to the playoffs?
I think it did. I think it did, but it was so in his first playoffs. It was his first playoffs. Can he get one? Like it was his first playoffs, and Julius Randle is not the guy, right? He's not supposed to be your best player. But if he led Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, and rookie RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson to the playoffs. That's crazy. You shouldn't be able to do that. And so when I see him do that, I'm like, okay, I understand. We lost 4-1 to Atlanta. You had a bad series. Okay, let's see what you do next year. I think the next year the Knicks didn't make the playoffs. Julius Randle not supposed to be your best player. That's fine. The next year he becomes an All NBA player. All-Star, 24-9. And then the next year we get Jalen Brunson. Now Julius Randle knows he's number 2.
No, he didn't.
And
not before. Not right when they got Brunson. He didn't think he was number 2 when they got Brunson. Julius Randle still thought he was number 1 before he got hurt that year.
I don't agree. No. They were 11-1.
We got Jalen Brunson. I'm a number 2 guy now.
No, he didn't just say it, but that's the role.
Brunson when he got to New York.
Well,
Jalen Brunson, yeah.
Jalen Brunson was a number 2 when he got there as well, and
when he got to I don't no.
And Randall was number 1, right?
Yes.
It was supposed to be that, but Jalen Brunson eventually took it over for sure.
Yeah, I think he took it over.
No, guys. Jalen Brunson was the number 1 the moment he got there. The moment he got to New York, he was the number 1. And not only that, before Julius Randle got injured, him, Jalen Brunson, and OG were 11-1. They lost one time, and now everyone's.
That's during the season, but before Jalen Brunson was a number 2 his whole career, basically.
They said y'all overpaid for him though. They said that y'all overpaid for him.
That's said they overpaid for Brunson.
They overpaid for Brunson.
Guys, we were wrong.
No, I know that, but that's what I'm saying. That's why him coming in, he wasn't really the first option. He was the second option. That's what I'm saying.
No. So the pushback when Jalen Brunson got here was, wow, they overpaid him. Holy shit, I could not believe. And even me, I was just like, yo, the dude that
because he's not a number 1 option. Luka? That's what I'm saying. Because he's not a number 1. And at that time, everybody didn't think of him as a first option. He was supposed to be a compliment to Julius Randle. That's what we're saying.
I didn't agree with that. I did not see that when he first got there. I was like, we finally have a point guard to lead us. Is the first thing I said when
without a doubt. Yeah, no, without a doubt. No, without a doubt. He started showing out like he did. Once he got into the starter role, like I said, he actually outshined Julius Randle. I would agree with you. Eventually, he outshined. He became the best player on the team that year, starting that year. But I'm just saying, coming into it, I don't think that was the notion. It's just that Jalen Brunson just really just outshined everybody.
Well, it's like, hey, Tom Thibodeau said you're our point guard. We're putting the ball in your hands from day one, right? Like now in the first couple games, if you want to say like, yo, you're a new player on this team, so yeah, you're not trying to step on toes and stuff, but like the ball is in your hands. You're the point guard. Tom Thibodeau said here to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just saying. Like, and then they go to the playoffs again. Julius Randle wasn't there because he was injured, right? Yeah. And then he gets traded. I'm like, can he get a chance to recover, come back? We were good when we had him. And we traded him for a guy who is more talented, but he's not, his results did not yield better results than Julius Randle.
What does Julius Randle do better than Cat?
Well, so they were both a 3-time All-Star, and Julius Randle was a 3-time All-NBA player in 5 years with the Knicks. Cat was a 3-time All-Star, but only a 2-time All-NBA player in his entire career, right? So like they both averaged 24 and 9. The only thing Cat does better is you can. So here, and here's the
just
thing about
shoot. That's it. Really, just shoot. Yeah, just shoot.
Here's the thing about shooting. Here's the thing about shooting. They both take 5 a game. Cat makes 2. Julius Randle makes 1. So fine, yes, Cat is a better shooter, sure, but like that's not 1 3-pointer is not enough.
No, I got you. No, overall, Julius Randle is definitely a better dribbler. That has better handles, better in the post for sure than Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah. They're equal rebounders, like you said. They're both great players. To me, they're both semi all NBA players. But I do believe Karl Anthony Towns is blossoming in New York. So, but let's let some of these guys in. Let's let some of these guys in. Now, listen, if you guys are gonna ask Howie a question, you're gonna have to ask him the question and accept his response. You don't get a rebuttal because you got a few of you guys here. If you don't ask him a question, we'll let him respond if you got anything to say. So let's start with One Boy. What's up, One Boy? Peace and blessings, brother.
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Peace and blessings. Well, I don't really have a question for him. So anybody got a question for him, they can go ahead. I'd rather discuss the topic. Then, you know what I mean?
Oh, hey Johnny, let me.
Yeah, you can ask him a question, West Coast, but you're not gonna get a chance to rebuttal. So he's gonna answer your question, and it's gonna be as is. So what's the question, West Coast?
Maybe he cut out. It's not me.
Yeah, they cut out. They always y'all dudes don't never be at the crib. Y'all show up on a Sunday afternoon.
I'm here at the crib. I do want to tell Howie this real quick though. Howie, if you believe LeBron's prime ended the last year he played in Cleveland, relatively speaking to himself and NBA history, his whole Lakers tenure has been a Hall of Fame career in and of itself and a second prime. If you look at the numbers.
What if you look at the game?
What's the question? What was the question? West Coast, what was the question? That was just
okay. So the question there is: are you aware that like LeBron's longevity standard is like far and away the best, and there's no comparison in NBA history due to that fact?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
LeBron played longer and better. LeBron played like he's been good for the longest. Yes.
Okay. All right, shout out. Great question. New World, you got a question or you got any response to what we're talking about again today?
Hey, man, I can't waste time on a Zesty Jeffrey that pretends to be a Knicks fan, bro. This nigga contradicted himself so many times in that discussion earlier. I literally counted. So I'm at this point where, I just want to discuss the topic, bro. We can move on from there.
All right, so thank you, gentlemen. No worry. All right, so I don't know if you want to respond to that, and not Howie. If you just want to move on to the next.
I mean, I don't know. I think that I definitely, I think that it's a word jumble sometimes. I think that no one was purposely trying to contradict themselves. I think that when certain things, like when they say, "Okay, who's the greatest?" Okay, who's your top 5? To me, those are 2 different questions, right? But like when they're asked in succession, you sort of feel like, well, he said this to answer my question, and it wasn't that. You know what I mean? Like, so like, yeah, I can see how someone watching could be like,
no, hold on, New World, you don't get into rebuttal, sir. We're not gonna.
No, I'm not even rebuttal. I just wanted to tell him, like, my thing was, like,
no, just leave it alone. I told you guys you're not gonna do that today. He's here he was very respectful. We're gonna be. You say what you had to say. I was just about to ask you. Is this the first time you got called the Zesty Jeffrey?
Me?
Yeah, Howie.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
All right. Well, we gonna let you. We gonna give you one in full display. Shout out to Willie in the building. Willie.
Zesty. Okay.
Nah, Willie.
Hey,
Willie,
Howie,
your boy is here. You can speak to Howie. Go ahead, brother.
Howie, I said my boy for a reason. Well, you said my boy for a reason.
You know he's a part of your coalition. Stop it.
Howie, just you let everybody else have their soliloquy. Let me have mine. Howie, I'm probably the reason you on this show. See, this is a hood show. See, they looking to attack. See, Howie's a good boy. I don't know his personality outside of his TikToks. But see, Howie, I'm a hood debater. Mm-hmm. So when you over here debating, basically it's the hood. So when you play with these guys, and I liked your last comment when they asked you, they tried to trick you, and you gave the great the greatest response, even me as a Jordan fan didn't really think to look at. You said, yo, this is why I think Jordan's the GOAT. I would rather do it his way than the other way. And that's the best response I ever heard a Jordan fan ever say. You ain't got to go back and forth with the numbers. But you know what? I'd rather do it that way than this way, the harder way. Peace.
Oh my God.
Like, listen, and all you know, before Mamba mentality and all that stuff, everybody wanted to be like Mike. Okay, so I wanna do it. Yeah, like I want people to look at me and not look at me specifically, but like I want to be feared. You know, like I'd rather be feared.
Even their GOAT, their GOAT will tell you I wanted to be like Mike.
Willie, let the man respond.
He picked number 23 for a reason. I mean, you know, he said he's chasing a ghost. What ghost does he think he's chasing that you guys don't think he's chasing anymore?
I don't know. I didn't know how Jordan turned into a ghost. Jordan's still alive chasing white women every week. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
You gotta ask LeBron.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You gotta ask LeBron that.
Yeah, he said I'm chasing a fantasy. I'm chasing a ghost, something that don't exist. It's a phantom. It's based off nostalgia. It's not real. It's a myth. It's a myth.
All I know is I'd rather. You know, I just, you know, LeBron seems to like want to be friends, and that's real cool. But I'm trying to kill everybody in front of me. Like, I don't want friends. I'm punching my teammates in the face in practice. I don't care what you're talking about. Let's get this ring. Like, that's what it's about. At the end of the day, do anything you know. And this is what just a little piece, right? The 51-8-8 game. I'm like, yo, if LeBron does this, this is, oh my goodness, right? J.R. Smith's fucks up. He's the one that did the dumb ass shit. I totally agree. He fucked the game up. You are a leader. You have the opportunity right now to lock everybody in. Hey, listen, that was some bullshit. You fucked up, but fuck it. Let's go. We still have overtime. And then you ended the fourth quarter with 51-8-8, and you ended the game with 51-8-8. So like, you know, it's like when it's time to be, it's when it's time right now, right, to be the guy. This dude is, can't even look at this nigga. Can't even look at J.R. Smith. That's your teammate. That's your boy. He messed up. Like, he messed up. Word. But, like, let's get this W now.
Where's all this energy when Chris Bosh and Ray Allen went for 0 points in overtime in a game 6 for the Heat to win a crucial game 6 to take it to a game 7?
Again, let's talk shit about him. I'm with you.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's LeBron James leadership right there. We see plenty of times LeBron James accepts his role and accountability when he doesn't do right. And any player in that situation, if you out there giving it your all, and because of this one moment, this one player, I mean, he could, like you said, that was kind of a crazy moment. Just to think about it, where is your mind at this time of the game? I'm focusing. I'm leading not only with my demeanor, with my performance, with everything that I've done for this team. You know, I'm here. Everybody's watching one of the greatest performances we've ever seen. LeBron James was about to pull off again one of the greatest playoff performances of all time, which he already has several that we didn't mention today. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, he's allowed to be frustrated because at that moment, and he's facing the toughest competition in NBA history. Yeah. Like that's the toughest competition in NBA history. So he played a perfect game. And at this moment, like you said, this is why we always tell you guys, winning is more than just how great you are as a player. Because here it is, J.R. Smith, and your admission is the guy who coughed up one of the greatest playoff performances of all time due to a mind lapse. Like he didn't know what situation he was in.
Also, when have we seen Jordan overcome something like that? Like when have we seen Jordan do that?
A flu game. The flu game.
Scottie Pippen dunks the ball in the first play.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, which game we're talking about?
Sorry, go ahead.
One boy, to hurt the back play. One boy.
The flu game. Which one? Hold up, I can't hear it. Which one?
The flu game.
No,
the flu game. When did someone screw up and Michael Jordan came back and when did someone screw up like that and Michael Jordan came back and won
That's
versus.
not what you said. You said
Yeah,
adversity.
where have we seen Michael Jordan overcome
said
something like
adversity.
LeBron James just did? Just happened. Like when have we seen that? That's what I'm talking about. When?
Game three,
when?
Game 3, 1991 finals versus the Lakers when Pippen got fouled out.
Huh?
Game 3, 1991 in the finals when Pippen got fouled out and the Bulls was down.
Pippen getting fouled out is making a mental mistake?
Yes, defense. I told you the other day about fouling people.
When did Pippen foul out?
No, there was a game. No, there was a game he fouled. He did foul out of the finals game. But how's that a mental lapse?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand how that's a mental lapse that cost the Bulls.
Because you can get kicked out the game for fouling too much.
Yeah, but how did that cost the Bulls? How did that moment cost the Bulls the game?
How does losing you said
You just said J.R. Smith cost them a game. That was a mental lapse. Like that play that
J.R. Smith didn't cost them the game.
J.R. Smith did not cost them the game. The game went into overtime.
Yeah, they still had a chance to win. Thank you very much.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
So you telling me a waste of a possession wasn't costing them a game?
I'm saying they didn't lose the game because of that possession.
He wasted a possession.
Yeah.
A crucial possession.
And then the game went on. Right? There was still more games.
But that's what I'm trying. But that's what we're trying to say. But how does that equate to Scottie Pippen fouling out? Like how is Scottie Pippen?
Because in 19, I got him. I got him.
Okay.
Because
it was
in
your
the 1991 finals, game 3, Scottie Pippen fouled out, and the game went into overtime, and Jordan carried.
But he was carrying already before.
No, he wasn't, because you said Scottie Pippen is the reason that they won 6 rings, right? So he couldn't have been carrying. You said this. You said
okay. All right. So y'all want to take. So that's what the conversation you want to get to. Because I was gonna say if that's where y'all want to go with this, it's gonna look worse for y'all. Because I was really like New World said. Yeah, I was being nice. I could really turn into the exposer because if that's the case, then that one game has nothing to do with it. Jordan's being carried for 6 championships. LeBron James is carrying everybody.
No.
Exactly. Okay. It don't matter. It don't matter. Jordan never faced any situation like this because Jordan never had to carry a team to a championship like LeBron James did. So he never faced
a scenario like that.
No. Wait your damn turn. They're the one who turned this into Jordan not carrying the Chicago Bulls for a championship. So that means Jordan never faced the actual struggle of having to have his teammate mess up for him because he's still being carried by Scottie Pippen. LeBron's not being carried by J.R. Smith. He's not being carried by that.
How can you be carried?
You just said that. You just said that. See, now you want to have an argument.
Okay, y'all, that's fine. Jordan, okay, he overcame that. Okay, is there anything else in Jordan's career that we could say that he overcame? Because we've seen LeBron James do this multiple times. We've seen him do it versus the Spurs in Game 6 as well. But
you said another game. 1998 game 6. 1998 finals game 6 with Scottie Pippen with the back problem. You want more games? Is that what you asked
for? He did overcome that.
Okay, that's another one.
Messed up
now that's another one.
Like I said, okay, Scottie Pippen back was messed up the whole series, so he didn't really have to overcome someone having a lapse like that. So are we just saying because LeBron James had that one moment in time that he's not able to overcome when we see him do it multiple times?
Scottie Pippen, your second best player can have a bad back and you're not overcoming anything.
LeBron was in year 15, by the way.
For one thing, LeBron James had to come back multiple times in the playoffs. He came back from a 3-1 deficit. He came back down 3-2 versus Boston. We see LeBron James perform at this high level. We see him come down with Boston in 2018 down 3-2 as well. Like we see LeBron James do these things multiple times, but you're saying that this one overtime is a reason why Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't make any sense.
No, you're contradicting yourself.
That's not what we're saying. That's not what.
No, he's contradicting himself.
Hold on, wait, Willie. Hold on, Willie. You're not gonna take over this show. We're not gonna take over this show and see this is what the Zesty Jeffries are. Howie, this is how the Zesty Jeffries are. See, you see now you see where the Zesty Jeffriness come from right there, right? Okay, let's let Blue Boat in. Shout out to Blue Boat. This is the Lord of Goat James Kingdom, y'all. What up, Blue Boat?
Yo, what's cracking? Everybody? What's going on with the panel? Everything got nice thing going on. Enjoying the panel. You know what I mean? Enjoying the situation. You know what I mean? What's going on? It's been a long time since I've been up here. Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Peace, brother. Yeah, we having fun.
Going on? Yeah, I hear you. I see you, man. You know what I mean? But I want to ask Howie a question, right? Like, as for me, I'm a basketball fan first, okay? All this GOAT debate crap, I don't get into personally. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just take it for what it is. It's just basketball. No, I like great players. I enjoy and admire great players. I've been in it since like 1989. And I'm like you. I got Jordan as the best ever. But to act like LeBron James don't have an argument, you got him number 2, but you know what I'm saying? But what other player besides Michael Jordan has put up like extraordinary numbers, long peak of dominance? And this is me saying, I think Jordan's peak from 1988 to 1993 is slightly better than LeBron's peak. But let's not act like LeBron don't got a case. No, even for some instances over Mike. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, longevity, since when did longevity become like a negative? You know what I mean? Kareem played over 20 years. Vince Carter played over 20 years. Who else played over 20 years? Robert Parish played over 20 years. But yet, like, when it comes to LeBron, everything's like a negative. Everything's want to tear this man down. You know what I mean? Now, he's had his shortcomings in the playoffs, particularly 2010, 2011. I'm not going to sit here and act like he hasn't. But at the same time, Michael Jordan underperformed too. Michael Jordan has underperformed too. Even, people trying to talk about, oh, he never lost. They try to, like, cut off his first 7 years of his career when he was struggling against the Detroit Pistons. I know, because I watched those games. You know what I mean? That's when I was coming up. I caught it at the tail end of the Magic, Larry Bird era, right when the Bad Boy Pistons was dominating. See, the difference between a lot of people, I do my research. I go back and study the game because I'm passionate about it, So it's like, for me, it's like, you can't go wrong with either guy, you know what I mean? But I understand the argument for Mike, but I understand the argument for LeBron at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because see, I'm more neutral than anybody, you know what I mean? But let's not act like you're gonna like critique LeBron for 2010 for his shortcomings. You got to do it for every other player because every other player has had his shortcomings before they reach to the top. That Michael Jordan commercial, right? Failed and failed over again in my career when he said whatever. That's why I've succeeded. That can apply to anybody. So I'm just saying, like, for me, it's just like, apples and oranges, you know what I mean, between all this stuff. I'm very neutral in it, you know what I mean? But I'm not a fan. At the same time, I'm not a JDR. I'm not a fanboy. If I'm going to give a player props, I'm going to give him his props. I'm going to big him up. You know what I mean? And if he underperforms, like LeBron did it too, he had his shortcomings. That's it. But we're going to act like LeBron hasn't had any accomplishments after 2011. I think it's BS.
Yeah,
straight
I agree.
up. It's just like,
I don't disagree with anything you said.
And also, LeBron had the greatest 5-year peak and the greatest 2-year peak as well.
Well, yeah. That's an argument. That's definitely an argument. I'm not saying he right. It's just, just like, hey, I'm not here to argue, man. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm not like.
Hey, that was a good peak to use, though, Blue Bolt. You said 88 to 93. That was a good peak to use for Jordan.
Yeah, right. And I'm saying, like, LeBron.
That's a big peak.
The next peak. Yeah, that's the next peak is probably LeBron from 2009 to 2014.
LeBron had the greatest, actually, in that 5 years.
LeBron's longer. I don't know. Listen, when I go back and look at LeBron from 09.
About a 5-year peak, it's going to go to LeBron. We're talking about 2-year peak, it's going to go to LeBron.
Yeah, because he got at least 3 years finishing top 3 DPOY in that span.
6 years.
But here's
LeBron.
But here's the thing though. Like, the thing that hurts Mike is that he quit twice. You look at LeBron's like the fact that he's never stopped. He's always kept going and everything. And the thing that kind of hurts Mike is, especially after '93, he retired. I mean, I'm not going to hold that against him or anything, you know what I mean? Because like I said, you know, everything is all subjective at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'm not going to hold that against him, but when we talk about peak for peak, you know, my preference, Michael Jordan had a slightly better peak, but if you want to argue LeBron from 2009 onward, I'm not going to argue against you.
Well, that's why one thing I got to give Howie his flowers for is that he didn't come here trying to degrade LeBron James. Yeah, now on his post, it's a whole nother thing. If you go check out his posts, it's a whole different guy. But here today, he didn't do that. He just explained how he feels Jordan is great, and he explained Jordan's greatness to him. That's a little bit different from other people that talk about Jordan. We always say most people can't explain Jordan's greatness or even why he's the GOAT. So at least he stayed on why Jordan's great, why he thinks 10 scoring titles is great, why he thinks Jordan's 6 championships are great. Those are the things that he stuck on. So I do that.
He's the first player. I'm the first person to come on who actually did that.
Yeah, I mean he's very few. He's had. There's been others, but there's very few. There's been that long. It's been that long. It's been a very long time. Pause. Right. So, but Blue Boat, we got some other people waiting patiently. Do you have a question or not?
No, that's all I wanted, brother.
Okay. So sit patient. We're gonna open it up. Everybody. We just want to make sure everybody get a chance to get their ticket. Let's let Vis in because Vis has got a lot to say as usual. Vis, were you on ChatGPT last night studying for today's show?
Man, let's get to the question, man. We're not trying to detract here.
All right, so go ahead. This is another guy that has Jordan as the GOAT here, Howie. So go ahead, ask Howie your question. You don't get a chance to rebuttal, so make sure you ask the question you want to ask.
That's fine. Hey, Howie, I just want to ask you a question since they like to highlight the negatives with Jordan. Okay, I'm gonna make this easy for the LeBron fans. Excluding 2011 because that's not debatable. What performance would you say was each one's worst performance from a playoff performance? Let's say in the final. Well, for Jordan, any playoff performance, and for LeBron, any playoff performance. If you want to use the finals to make it easier, that's cool.
The first thing that comes to mind for Jordan's worst playoff performance is when he came back in '95 and they lost, and you know, but he was a baseball player, so I can't even be mad at that. Like, all right, y'all lost, and then you came back the next year 72-10. Like that's the thing too. Is like when you like it's one thing to have a downfall. I mean, there it is. Like, that's the thing is you have to exclude 2011 for LeBron. Like Jordan doesn't have anything like that for like 2011.
He does. 1988.
What?
He collapsed in 1988, the worst collapse in any superstar history. Now remember, we just told y'all you came up here and didn't talk about no negatives. But this, who really has LeBron as his GOAT, because we went to ChatGPT and LeBron's his GOAT, right? Basically brought and asked you about failures. Now you admitted to you Jordan has a failure, and obviously he was the one that excluded 2011. We didn't tell you to exclude 2011, but obviously you feel 2011 is a big. No, I'm talking to Howie here.
So in '88, how did what's the collapse?
Oh yeah, nobody in NBA history was the league MVP, defensive player of the year, all NBA first team, all defensive first team, scoring champ, steals champ. And go up against a team with no all-NBA players, no all-defensive players, and just completely crumble versus them, especially games 3, 4, and 5, to just horribly just lose the entire series, and all because the strategy was to push him left. Again, I'm talking to Howie here. Allow Howie to defend his.
In '88, they lost to the Pistons, right?
They lost to the they had no all NBA player, no all defensive player on their roster, 120 point per game score, and Jordan went into that particular series averaging over 45 points per game in the playoffs, but then he was averaging over 36 or 35 for the season, and he ended up going lower than that. All his points went down, field goal percentage went down, steals went down, assists went down, turnovers went up, blocks went down. He was completely punked. Games 3, 4, and 5, he scored 23, 24, and 25 points respectively in each game while his team got beat bad. And then it got even worse years after that. That's just the start of it.
Howie, you didn't answer the other part of the question I
did answer that part of the question. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Howie. I asked Howie the question.
He did. Yeah, he did. He said that.
Jordan though. He never mentioned.
Yeah. He said that you excluded 2011. So exclude 2011. What's the other bad performance? What's the other bad performance?
Well, series. I said the series.
Bad performance.
I think.
No, not you. We ain't asking you, Viz. You asking this to Howie. Howie's gonna respond, and we're gonna get to the next people that are here.
Absolutely.
2007.
Okay. 2007 finals.
In the finals, yeah, he's the reason they lost. Like everybody else played well.
Okay, perfect.
I agree.
All right.
And then there's others too. there's more too.
I mean, if you got more,
everybody played well, but LeBron.
Yep.
LeBron played better than everybody else on the team. Okay.
Yeah.
In 2007.
Yes, he did.
Bro, this is why I can't with these guys,
in comparison to their
don't worry, New World. We got this, New World. You can just. This is where New World. You should be having a sip and enjoying this, brother. Enjoy this right here. We got this. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy, because Lamont's about to come up right now. About to bring up Lamont. We got a couple people more in the background, so I'm gonna have to drop some of y'all here in a second to bring some more people up. But how we answered your question, Viz.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Rob.
2007 for sure, and then I could also bring up 2009 when he lost to Dwight Howard. Shouldn't have lost.
Now, New World, you remember you get to stay as long as you want. So let's get Viz out of here. We'll bring up Lamont. That's what it is. Let's let Mingo gesture in first, and then Lamont can get a chance. Shout out to Lamont. Y'all make sure to holler at Lamont FYF Sports Debate on TikTok. All right, we've been doing big things over there. TikTok Lives is going good over there. So we're definitely having fun with that. But let's let Mingo gesture in right quick, because Mingo gesture popped up, and then we'll let Lamont in. So Mingo gesture, you got a question for Howie, or do you want to have a statement?
I want a statement. Well,
okay, go ahead,
want both. I want both.
No, you can't have both, man. Just one or the other, because you see we got a lot of people here. This man is not watching his Giants play to be on GOAT James Kingdom. Okay, it's okay. He could be watching the Giants play instead of sitting here with us and all you zesty Jeffries. So again, ask him a question or give your soliloquy. One or the other, brother, please, because we do have other people up. We're trying to run a good show, man.
I go with the
yes, he'll respond. He's going to respond to your comment. He's going to respond to your comment. He's paying attention. So go ahead, Mingo Gesture.
All right, so with all this GOAT stuff going on, and everybody talking about the GOAT stuff. I mean, regardless of who you got as the GOAT, people ain't gonna change their mind. I don't even understand why people even argue, but people ain't gonna change their mind. It is what it is. But my thing is, what Jordan was able to do when y'all was talking about the whole failures and who did this and who did that, but you gotta understand something. You said that who had the mental collapse on Jordan team like J.R. Smith had. See, that's the thing. Jordan was a better leader than LeBron. That proves it right there. If Jordan never had that, like y'all say he did or didn't, then that would mean that Jordan was a better leader. His teammates knew how to play their role. He was a better leader in those instances. Y'all said it yourself. Jordan never had it. Y'all said it. I did. I did. So, judging by what y'all saying, y'all basically saying that Jordan is a better leader, right?
No, we're not. There's no go that, because that's why LeBron asked, did we have a timeout?
That's what y'all saying.
No, because that's why LeBron asked, did we have a timeout? Because the coaching staff was also supposed to be able to do their job like the Bulls coaching staff did with Phil Jackson. So you can respond to that, Howie.
Well, okay, just real quick, is LeBron supposed to know that they have a timeout too? Right, since he's the leader, mentally tough, right? Not collapsing in that moment. He should know they have a timeout too, right?
No, because at the end of the day, he's playing on the court. That's the point as well. That's where no one's saying Jordan. No one's saying Jordan's supposed to know the timeouts, but Jordan's teammate not knowing, like JR didn't know, is also predicated on coaching as well. There should have been some kind of lapse where But again, Phil Jackson was just a better coach than Tyronn Lue. Now, again, we're not taking that against Tyronn Lue, but we're just talking about the aspect of leadership. I don't think that reflects on Jordan's leadership or LeBron's leadership, because in that aspect, the true leadership would be on the coaching staff. In that situation.
We all know LeBron's a better leader than Jordan. Come on now.
Yeah, there's other aspects we could use to say Jordan's better leadership or not. We could talk leadership, but in that aspect, it's not. But go ahead, Howie. Respond.
I think they just have different leadership styles, right? Like LeBron's like, "Come on, everybody, let's do this together," and Jordan is like, and Jordan is like, "Bitch, you better fucking do your job." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just different styles. You still got to do your job, though. You know what I'm saying? And I like the tyrant. I'd rather be the tyrant. Because then it's like, I remember after that first, I believe it was 88 or 87. No, because it was Horace Grant and Scottie Pippen's rookie year. Right after that, Jordan was like, "Yo, can we get these dudes out of here? If they're gonna keep, if I'm gonna keep being by myself, like we talk about those Pistons. Scottie Pippen averaged 8 points a game in those series. Like who was the second scorer? Who was the good guy? Who like there is a very clear. You took somebody that was averaging 8 points and turned them into Scottie Pippen.
Wow. That's a reach. That's a reach.
Hold on,
That's a
hold
reach.
on. Wait. So you mean to tell me that we all know Michael Jordan started to win when he started trusting his teammates? So you're saying that back then Michael Jordan was not a good teammate and was not a good leader, from what I'm hearing.
I'm saying
from
that
what I'm hearing.
Michael Jordan was on the court with these guys and said, "Yo, what you doing? Why you not doing it? Why you not doing what you're supposed to do?"
Then once he started passing them the ball and they started winning, right? Like the Bulls kept saying after the documentary when they said that it was just a fluff job to push up Jordan.
Once you become a better player, that's how then you start doing stuff. It's, hey, I wasn't doing anything now, and now I'm starting to do stuff. It's not passing him the ball. Like it's like when Phil Jackson talk about that, he's like, hey, make sure you know Steve Kerr's open. Scottie Pippen wasn't like. You think Scottie Pippen was like he didn't get enough shots?
Well, they had to tell Michael Jordan to pass the ball to Paxson in the '91 finals because he was wide open. They had to literally tell him that because he was not seeing the floor.
When
That's
Phil
true.
When Phil Jackson asked him the question, he said, "Oh, well, this is the Steve Kerr one." He said, "Who's open?" He said, "Steve." Michael Jordan knew the nigga was open.
Jordan averaged 11 assists in 91.
He's not a good leader. You got to tell him the obvious things. You have to tell him that somebody's wide open. Pass him the ball.
No, but you're acting like he doesn't know. You're saying it like he doesn't know. What he's saying, this is just that Carmelo Anthony, Iman Shumpert shit. Nigga, I see you open. I see you. It's better if I shoot it. Trust me. That's what he's saying. Like, it's better if I'm Michael Jordan. You're Steve Kerr. It's better if I shoot it.
Jordan averaged 11 assists in the 91 finals. I don't know who had to tell
Oh
Jordan
my
to
God!
pass
All right,
the
hold on,
ball.
wait. Did anybody know that before? Anybody? Wait, hold on. We not. You know what? Don't even get me started with the '91 finals because I got information that y'all would just go crazy off. Let's let Lamont in the building. Shout out to Lamont. FYF Sports Debate is here. We have Howie, who is I showed you his content, and we had a great discussion, and he's actually one of the better Jordan fans we've ever had here on GOAT James Kingdom. So shout out to him.
Appreciate y'all.
No, my question was y'all was talking about. I think you were asked about games, I guess, or like
Lamont,
players play.
your mic got a little static in it a little bit.
It does.
Is it a little?
Yeah,
No,
it's kind of bad
staticky.
now. It got a little
It's
static
choppy.
in it.
Like back up from it, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on, no. I might have to get. It's always happens. I gotta get on my desktop. I'll come back. Don't worry about it.
You come back? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's let Handy up here, and Handy could I'm sorry. Say that again. Handy, are you there?
Yo, Kim.
What's good, man? Yeah, man. Thanks for joining GOAT James Kingdom. You know what we do here on Sunday? We do the Lord's work, talking basketball. But we got Howie here. Just say you hate basketball. The man is definitely going viral. Shout out to him for showing up here. You have a question for him, or do you have anything you want to say? He's going to answer your question or respond to it, but you get no rebuttal. So go ahead, brother.
Just a quick question. So, hypothetically, right? If you haven't seen something as much as you've seen another thing, how do you make an honest assessment about it? So, I'll put it like this, right? I don't make lists because I don't really judge people. I know I haven't watched a lot of their career. Now, I'm not saying you can't make a list, but I'm saying if you want to be logical and fair, you know you ain't watched more Jordan than you did LeBron or Kobe or KD or Steph or whoever. So when y'all make these comparisons and you start bringing up games and different type of things, none of that shit really matters because you ain't really got a fair, like you don't have a baseline to start with either person. So my question is, how are you judging people fairly when it comes to sports when you know you're not watching these people for the same amount of time?
I think that's a really good question, and I think most people, especially in comment sections, and maybe even people that like make videos or make content like this, do exactly what you're saying. I like to think of myself as an NBA historian. I will be the nerd that sits here and watches the 1963 finals from beginning to end on YouTube. So like, that's just who I am. And I mean, I'll go and not just look at the numbers and not just, you know, take what I think, oh well, he did this, so he must be this. Like, nah. I want to look at the numbers, and then I want to go see if there's any clips on YouTube that I can watch so they can pass the eye test too. And like that's where, so I the reason why I'm so hard on pause, like on all of my stances, is because I have done the work. I have done the research. I have like gone back and looked at numbers and video, and the video that they have, if it's on YouTube and it's about a certain thing, I've probably seen it. Like just how people have their TV on and you just not, sometimes you're paying attention, sometimes you're not. All day YouTube, 100 greatest plays from 1983 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just like whatever I talk about, I did way more research than I probably should have before I said what I said usually. So that's how I do.
I always say that LeBron James is the greatest player that most people have ever seen. So, everything they watch with LeBron, they seen the greatest player they ever seen, but they're still going to say he's second to Jordan because he has some cool highlights.
Nah, I take it a step further. LeBron James is the greatest player anybody's ever seen. Most of y'all didn't see Jordan play. We definitely didn't see Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, and Kareem play. So at the end of the day, LeBron's the greatest player any of us ever seen. So great question, great response there. Again, y'all can hit that link, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You see here, we're doing things in GOAT James Kingdom you don't see nowhere else. This is what Brandon and I started GOAT James Kingdom for, to have these type of discussions. So let's continue. We got Lamont is back in a good place. Lamont, you should be home doing these type of things. You shouldn't be like a zesty Jeffrey driving in your Tesla.
Nah, my question, I'll be quick. My question was, because he said Jordan, y'all asked him to name like a series when Jordan played bad. He said Orlando 95, when I really think outside of the few mistakes he made in a couple of those games, late game, he played good. Right? And then when you like, especially when we talk about some of the best players in NBA history, we've seen Kobe suffer and play horribly in the finals, but they still were able to win. We've seen Jordan, for example, in game 6, 92 versus the Blazers. He admittedly himself said he played horribly, but they were still able to pull off the win. But how are y'all able, what metric or what's y'all measuring stick for determining Jordan's bad games? Because it seems like you only believe it's a bad game. Like, it seems like Jordan fans mostly believe that your bad games, you having a bad game or bad performance, is strictly tied into your scoring and your field goal percentage, or just your scoring, really, because Jordan can go 3 of 18 in the game and still get his 20-something odd points because he's going to get to the free throw line a ton to do it. But what is y'all measuring stick for determining a bad game? Because it just seems like it's all over the place. It seems like everything is just tied into scoring. And I think, especially when y'all critique LeBron, how y'all evaluate his performances is solely tied into scoring, when he's already proven his game is far more than just scoring. And he don't have to score 30 points to have a good or bad game.
I mean, for me, it's the nuance, right? Like I there's levels to like where I say you have a bad game, right? Like scoring is, or like stats are less than whether you won or not to me, right? So like if you had 22 points in a win and the other person had 30 points in a loss, I'd rather be the 22-point guy. So it's not like when, like, yes, scoring and field goal percentage and all that stuff matters, but it doesn't matter more than whether you won the game. So when I brought up 95, I was like, well, they lost. Like that was the main thing. Whatever he did was good. It wasn't good enough to win though. And then just like I'm gonna bring up the LeBron 51, 8-8 moment when J.R. Smith messed that up. It's like, Jordan, you in that moment you messed that up, right? Like they stole the ball from you. Right. Like, so I can't, that's just a fact, and I think that, when we're talking about certain people, especially the GOAT debate, every single loss, right, like matters. I'm not saying Jordan is the perfect player. No player is the perfect player. You're allowed to have bad games, but a bad game is different from a collapse. right? Like you can, if you go 3 for 18, you in the game, you shooting, you just missing, right? Like you trying, you just missing. But when I see, 17 points a game and against, and I know they want to say it's against JJ Barea. We know it's not against JJ Barea, right? Like, but like 17 points per game, and you at the free throw line biting your fingernails. You just don't look. You look nervous. You just, I can't. That's choking. That's a collapse. Playing poorly is not a collapse.
So it's tied into scoring.
What?
So just like what you said in 2011, you went to LeBron James, and you went straight to his scoring. I like when I hear.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But
like when I hear people talk basketball, I never hear someone say, "Yeah, SGA had a bad game today because man, he just could not contain his matchups. He couldn't, everything revolved around a good or bad game for some of these players. It just seems to be always tied into scoring, and especially if the team didn't win, like you said, you took one moment." Right. You took a moment of a 51-point game and you said that one moment, a moment can cost you to lose. I don't think a moment can cost you to have a bad game. LeBron James still had one of the greatest playoff performances we ever seen in that game. Right.
I feel
Obviously, a moment or mental lapse can cost the team to lose. And I think the team, everybody played a role in them losing. It don't.
And I think they didn't lose that game. They didn't lose the game because of the mental lapse.
No, I'm not saying no. They lost the game. You can look to things in the first quarter why they lost. You can look to get things in the second quarter as to why they lost. That's all team. But when we're talking about individuals, that was still one of the greatest playoff performances we ever seen. I don't think that all of a sudden turns into a bad game because of the overtime or a bad moment or what y'all think he did on the bench, like having his beef with J.R. Smith. And even with Jordan against Orlando in 95, yes, he missed those free throws. Yes, he had those turnovers. But he still played a great series. Like
that's true.
Like, he did not play a bad series in 95. He
over
was
32 points a game, over 50% shooting. He played well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
but they lost. It wasn't good enough to win. Winning
that's team. Winning is team. All I'm saying is winning. There's so much that goes into winning that involves coaching, players, luck, all these other factors. That's winning. I can't look to 95 and say, Jordan, you played bad because you lost, because he didn't play bad. He had a couple moments that didn't go right? But there were also other players that had bad moments in that series. And so there were a whole bunch of things that even led up to those events that other players did wrong. Jordan played a great series in 95. So I can't look to Jordan in 95 and say, you played bad just because you lost. Or I can't look
I think big moments that decide the game are bigger than that. You can have 100 points. If you lose, then how good it was the 100 points. Like that's my thing. It's like, okay, fine. He still had a good game. But the moment that it's I don't know, it's like being in life and hey, I just made $1 million and then I go and shoot somebody and go to jail forever. Like that's, who cares about the $1 million I just made?
And I think the scary reality of that is it goes back to what Ajani and them were talking to you earlier, is that if it's all about winning, no matter what the statistical output is, because this is what you're leading to, because you're saying winning at all costs, then it has to be Bill Russell as your GOAT, because all he did was win at all costs.
I keep saying, and I've said this before too, winning is the most important thing. It's not the only thing, but it is definitely the most important.
But as I just explained to you, if you're willing to concede to the fact that a 51-point game can be tarnished due to a mistake because the team ultimately lost, if Jordan versus Orlando, who was easily the best player on the court, can be tarnished because of a few moments, which ultimately led to that team losing the series, right? If that means winning seems to trump every single element of post-production, and I think with Bill Russell's case, a guy who is looked at, his name was, he was looked at as one of the most clutch players at that time. He never lost a game 7, right? So he did everything to win. But again, if you guys are only valuing scoring, you're not going to value much of Bill Russell, because that's why I asked you before, what do you value? Because maybe you are not valuing the other things outside of scoring. And you are then devaluing Bill Russell because you don't care about the defense, the rebounding, the teamwork, the leadership. And then also he has the winning.
So that's what I'm saying. It's everything, right? Like you brought up Kobe's game where they won in Game 7, and even though he had a poor scoring game, he did other things that were that did really well. He had 15 rebounds, right? So
No, I
like,
didn't mention that game.
or somebody, I don't know. I heard somebody mention.
I said I specifically when I say he played bad, I looked at, there's a lot of times, like even I'm not talking about when he lost to the Celtics. Like
I'm saying when he beat the Celtics.
Finals, there was a lot of finals where Kobe was subpar. I mean, there's a plethora of them. He might be out of the top 10 players in NBA history. He might be one of the worst finals performers next to Larry Bird.
Yeah, I think he averaged 22 points in the finals, right?
All I'm saying is, if it seems like the measuring stick to playing good or bad is scoring, I think Bill Russell gets dinged because of the scoring, and people forget about the defense and everything that he was all-time great at. He was an all-time great rebounder. He was all-time great defender. But, none of that matters because statistically his scoring just don't look right. His field goal percentage don't look right. So we'll devalue this. He didn't play as an impactful role into winning as some of the other people because his scoring didn't look right. I guarantee you, if Bill Russell averaged 35 points a game and had 11 championships, I guarantee you guys would put him as the GOAT. But because he was the best defender and not the best scorer, because he was the best rebounder and not the best scorer, because you guys fell in love with scoring, y'all don't appreciate his greatness outside of scoring, and you devalue his winning. And that's why I said I think it's the scoring that y'all fell in love with Michael Jordan. And that's how you're trying to measure everybody else according to scoring and not the other things.
Okay, I don't agree with that. Like, I don't think, because I can look at Bill Russell averaging 19 points a game and 23 well, if you let me finish, and 23 rebounds a game and being an MVP candidate. So like, people are looking at his other stuff too, and he has 5 MVPs. He didn't do that scoring. So I don't know how people aren't looking at the total package.
Today they are not. That's what he's saying today.
Jordan was the greatest scorer in NBA history and the leader of those championships, but Bill Russell is arguably the greatest defender in NBA history and won even more championships. He was the best player in NBA history on one side of the ball. We can say that Jordan was the best player in history on one side of the ball. Why is Jordan's greatness? Why did everybody look at Jordan's greatness over Bill Russell's? Even though Bill Russell has significant winning over Jordan and he owns one side of the floor just like Jordan does.
Because we can act like rebounding and the other stats are as important as scoring, but they're not. Like, okay. So you can say we fall in love. You can say we fell in love with scoring, but it's like, well, basketball is about a bucket, right? Who scores more than the other person? Like,
well, so then you have to agree with him.
But that's what he's saying. No, see, but it's not the whole thing. Like I said, Bill Russell is 19 points and 23 rebounds a game. That's amazing. And he's an MVP candidate for that. And he's won 5 MVPs. So, no, you don't just have to score. But
23 rebounds, 23 inbounds is just as impactful and as important as the 30 points per game that Jordan had. That's the point.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Well, let me ask you a question. But I'll leave with this. Is it which argument was coined? Defense wins championships or offense wins championships?
Defense.
Okay. All right, y'all. Okay. Salute, man. Hey, Howie. I mean, like I said.
Yeah, shout out to Howie. Oh, we got another one. This is gonna be good. We got Mr. Ace Boogie in the building. Shout out to the another Zesty Jeffrey to pop up and talk crazy about Michael Jordan. So you have a question, Ace Boogie, for Howie, or do you have a statement? We were having a GOAT debate with Howie. If you missed it, you need to go back and watch it. Other than that, LeBron's in the Hall of Fame, sir. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that though, man.
Yeah, LeBron's in the Hall of Fame, sir. He got a jacket last night, sir. He's again the GOAT, man, the GOAT. But what's your statement or question for Mr. Howard?
The Redeem Team Hall of Fame, was that what it was?
Of course, he was a part of it.
Courtesy to Kobe Bean Bryant.
But that's fine. He gave Kobe his props. He gave Kobe his flowers. Nobody's here to argue that. So what's the statement and what's your question? What was your statement? What's your question? What is your question or your statement, sir?
No, I think Brandon Lee was trying to make a statement to Howie just right now about how Michael Jordan wasn't great on both sides of the ball when it came to basketball.
Oh yeah, Jordan wasn't that great on the defensive side. Y'all overhyped Jordan's defensive
Well, I never
abilities.
say he wasn't great, anyways, but he was pretty good on defensive. Defensively, he was a good defensive player.
He's probably the greatest defensive shooting guard in the history of the NBA.
Nah, he's
And
not better than Kobe.
Nobody can dispute. I mean, he's the greatest defensive shooting guard in the
He's not
history
better
of
than
NBA.
Kobe. He's not better than Kobe.
He has a defensive player of the year under his repertoire. Kobe doesn't have. Kobe's a great defender. Yeah, but he doesn't have that. I'm sorry.
Does Jordan have the most defensive player of the year as a shooting guard?
First teams.
Yeah, he's the most.
There's no defensive player. There's no defensive player of the year first team, sir. So if there's an award. There's
an award. There's an award. It's not like a first team defensive player. I mean, he made first team.
Oh wait a minute. For Kobe, you use defensive player of the year to say he's not better than Jordan, but now you don't want to use it.
He's never got one.
I understand all that, but there's somebody who has more defensive players.
I think it was a misunderstanding of the words.
No, it's not. Trust me, this is a Zesty Jeffrey. He never stays consistent. So again, sir, you said that you said Kobe has more all defensive selections than Jordan, and he has the same amount of first teams as Jordan. Jordan doesn't have the most all defensive selections as a shooting guard. Jordan doesn't have the most all defensive selections as a shooting guard, nor does he have the most defensive players as a shooting guard. How is he the greatest defender as a shooting guard?
Bro, he has defensive player of the year under his belt. That's how.
But there's somebody who has more than him. There's a guy who has more than him.
Who?
Cindy Moncrief.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Cindy Moncrief for point guard.
See what I'm saying? You know what?
I said shooting guard. I said shooting guard.
He is a shooting guard. Sidney Moncrief was a shooting guard. He won it both as a shooting guard. Sidney Moncrief was a shooting guard, one of the greatest of all time, sir.
Yeah, too. He's right.
So since you answered you asked your question and your question was answered, that's why we say Jordan is not that great of a defender. At least that's why I said. Brandon said he's great.
I think the funniest thing about that though, just a quick thing, and people can disagree or not. I feel you that Sidney Moncrief has more defensive player of the years than Michael Jordan, but there is no scenario in life where I'm taking Sidney Moncrief on defense over Michael Jordan.
And that's because of the scoring, huh? Like I said, the scoring just gives a boost to
defensively. I don't know why.
I'm not going to take Jordan over.
Jordan's not shutting down nobody.
Yeah, it's really
weird. Who did Jordan shut down to say that?
Hershey Hawkins.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You just proved that point.
Hershey Hawkins.
So who did Sidney Moncrief?
Hershey Hawkins averaged 27 points in the first round, and then he went up against Jordan and averaged 19 points on a lower percentage.
Oh, okay.
In the 1990 NBA playoffs versus the Sixers. Do your homework.
Oh, we're going to do our homework. We know we're going to do. You know, everybody's going to do their homework.
91. So, I mean, what we really talking about? That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
Well, he ain't never shut down nobody.
Who is this? Who is?
You said Hershey Hawkins.
If you're saying
Hershey Hawkins is the best you can do. If Hershey Hawkins is the best that you got, that's good.
Hey,
you can have that.
Hey, Johnny, Hershey Hawkins is cold now. Don't do that.
I'm not gonna say he wasn't. I'm just trying to.
He used a name.
Not that great of a basketball player. Come on now.
Rise up.
Jason Terry only averaged 18 points per game. Y'all try to act like he averaged 40.
LeBron shut down the MVP Derrick Rose in 2011, nigga, in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah, but y'all say, yeah, but you know what y'all also
Derrick
say?
Rose,
LeBron was 22. LeBron was 22 in the 2007 playoffs, but y'all don't say that about D Rose being 22 in 2011.
But wait a minute though. But hold on now. I'm looking at these numbers. Your boy averaged less points in the season than he did versus Jordan in that series. So Jordan didn't stop him. He averaged 18 points per game in the regular season. Averaged 19 on Jordan.
The first round he averaged 27.
Yeah, but that was against whoever couldn't probably guard him. He probably was playing against a horrible defender.
Okay, so
Jordan was probably better than the defender that guarded him the series before. But doesn't make Jordan's a better defender. Jordan still let him score 19 points per game on 47% shooting, 48% shooting. Hershey Hawkins averaged 20 points per game on Jordan.
That's a
Come on, bro.
Y'all want to talk about Jason Terry? Jason Terry dropped 30 on your boy Kobe's head.
LeBron wasn't guarding Jason Terry, anyways. Let's let Ace 30 in the building. Shut up.
Jason Terry and dropped 30 on him, nigga.
We haven't had Sturdy in the building for a long time. I believe he's still a GOAT James Kingdom member. Shout out to you, Sturdy, brother. I know you be working, doing your thing. As you can see, we're having a great conversation here. Do you have any statements or any questions for Howie here?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings, brother.
Salute everybody. I just a quick correction, then a question for Howie. I just want to say this: all defensive total stats and defensive player of the years, any defensive accomplishment is not the only indicator of how great or how good the defender is. Like, there's multiple reasons why people consider Bill Russell and the Kings the greatest defenders, despite not having the most DPOYs nor the most defensive teams for their position. But that's a different conversation. But my question to Howie is: if the GOAT is about total package, why you have Jordan above Kareem?
Why do I have Jordan above Kareem?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have any losses in the finals, and other people won the finals MVP with Kareem.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
What's the thing with no finals losses? What's the thing with this?
Nah, like,
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like they're just so it's so dumb, nigga.
If you don't like it, that's fine. But that's my standard.
All right, go ahead, Sturdy. Yeah, Sturdy. Yeah, let's Sturdy get that in because I know Sturdy got to get going. Go ahead, and we'll let you in New World next.
So my thing is, right, if we're talking about totality, right? You said the whole package. I listed the whole show. Kareem has more things that support his argument than Jordan. Winning, you said winning is the most important thing. They both have 6 championships. Wouldn't it be ideal if one guy has 6 championships, another guy has 6 championships, but the other guy is given more opportunity to win more? Why is that not more advantageous?
Because you lost.
Like Sturdy, like they just don't understand that it doesn't matter if you lose in the finals or lose in the playoffs. You're still losing in the playoffs. These niggas think that losing to a better team in the finals is somehow worse than losing to a better team in the first round. It's stupid ass logic, bro. If you went to the finals against a team, Jordan never went to the finals against a team that was better than his team. So of course he's not going to lose. But you can't say the same for any other nigga in NBA history. Now everybody's just gonna go to the finals with a stacked team, nigga, and they're just gonna win. Even if you're the best player, that's not how that works. So when you use that logic, you're basically saying that Jordan is a GOAT because he got lucky, nigga. That's basically what you're saying. You're saying he's the GOAT not because
hold on. Y'all don't get to respond to New World. Let Howie respond. Go ahead, Howie.
I'm not. There's nothing to respond. If you just think we lucky, okay. You think what you think. I'll think.
That's what the facts are. Is that not what the case is, nigga? He got lucky that his team was the best team every time he went to the finals, and he didn't have to face a better team than him. If he had to face Larry Bird and them niggas in the finals, if they were on the West, that is facts, nigga. If Jordan went to the finals in '88 against the fucking Pistons or the Lakers or the Celtics, nigga, he would have lost.
If Jordan's losing to the '88, hold on, wait. If Jordan is losing to the '88 Pistons again with the team he had in the '90s, that would be hilarious. That definitely would mean he's not the GOAT at all. Because, like I said, that's the worst. That's the worst loss in NBA history for any player. And never in NBA history have you ever seen a player completely fold like he did versus that team in 1988. That's
styles make fights. You know, they say this, it applies across all sports. You're just gonna have certain matchups that aren't good for you. Like if Jordan went to the finals against a team that was better than him, then it would just be cooked, nigga.
Okay, New World. Land your plane, New World, so that we can get going because I know they got a lot of things to say about.
Yeah, so I know y'all got a lot to say, but you know y'all been chopping it up for a while. You know I've been enjoying the show, but it's just that logic, bro. When I hear that 6-0 logic, he was never defeated in the finals. But when we bring up other niggas with that same thing, you don't have them ranked high in your criteria, so it's a contradiction. And it's just, I don't know, it's just like a really dumb way to keep Jordan at the top when y'all know that he doesn't have the accolades.
6-4 is better than 6-0.
It is. You won 10 conference. You won your conference 10 times.
No,
you're more
6-4. Forget 4 and 6. 6-4. Yeah, 6-4 is better than 6-0.
But he's not 6-4.
You can think that. I don't think that.
He is 6-4. Kareem is 6-4.
No. I'm saying it's not better. I just don't think it's better.
It is better. It's obviously better. There's no way it can't be better.
Bro, he's 4 and 6.
We're not talking about LeBron, sir.
Hey, Howie. Okay, say for instance, you know, you hooped and everything, and you played in college. You won 2 titles in college, or you won 2 titles and you lost 2 times in the finals. Which one will be better?
They would be we both won. Wait, wait, so I'm 2-0 in 1 year, and I don't make it the other, and I don't make.
You played 4 years in college. You was 2-0 in the title game, or would you rather be 2-2 in the title game while losing 2 times in the finals, in the championship game, or would you rather lose before the championship game?
Rather lose. I wouldn't rather lose at all. Like that's the thing is this is the
no, you have
stuff that you guys try to play.
Yeah, you have those two. You have 2-0, or you 2-2 because you lost 2 times in the finals, but you still won 2 titles.
I'd rather not lose.
So you're telling me that you rather not make it to the finals 2 times. You rather lose prior, basically.
What I'm telling you, no, you can say that. What I'm saying
How
is
else
I'd rather
are you
not
2-0
lose.
if you play for 4 years? You have to lose before the finals. That isn't that common knowledge?
Okay, but the thing is, I'm not about to be like. So I'm not about to be like I'm better. If you went 2-0 and I went 2-2, I'm not about to be like.
No, which career would you rather have? That's all I'm saying.
Better than you now.
I'm saying which career would you rather have?
I'd rather be undefeated in the finals. I'd rather be undefeated in the finals.
So okay, so you're telling me that you would rather lose prior those two years.
Whatever you need to say. What I'm saying is I'd rather not lose. You can say whatever you feel like it. Like no.
But then again, you're still losing.
I don't want to.
You're still losing.
But no. But the point is, you're not always going to win, Howie. That's what I'm saying, Howie. You're not always going to win, so you're going to lose. So the aspect of it is, since you say winning matters the most, how is it not winning your conference more important than not winning your conference?
Yeah, how are you okay with losing, nigga? Like that doesn't make sense.
When it's the finals and when it's time to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
I want the guy that's going to not lose.
No, I understand that, but if that's that important to you, then actually making there should be almost as important to make it there. So that's what I'm saying. You can't only value making it there as just winning, and then now what you're basically saying is that losing in the finals is the same.
You win if you don't lose in a final. That's what you're saying. Like
it's like no, you can turn it on and turn it off at convenience. He lost this year, so it doesn't matter.
This is the funny thing. No, this is the funny thing. It's either one or two things. It's either one, you're saying losing in the finals is worse than losing anywhere else, or you're saying losing in the finals and everywhere else is the same. So which one is it?
No, what I'm saying is when you go to the finals and you lose, I don't want that.
That's what I'm saying. But
you go to the finals and you're undefeated, and you go to the finals and you've lost a couple times, I want the guy that is undefeated.
No, but my question to you is that's what I'm trying to say.
The same amount of wins.
Okay, you have the same amount of wins. That's what I'm saying. So you would rather lose.
I'd rather be 6-0 than 6-4. Yeah.
No, so I'm saying. So you would rather lose in the first round than make the finals. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, they're okay with being losers. Yeah, he's
so no, it's not. You're not guessing. Hold on, wait, guys, wait. I got this, guys. Listen. So by what you're saying,
guessing. What do you mean?
No, exactly. You're not guessing. You're definitively telling us here in GOAT James Kingdom that winning matters, but winning your conference doesn't, because that's what you're basically saying.
It matters less than winning. Yeah, if you.
No. We never said. Hold on, wait. We never said. Wait. We never said. Wait. We never said winning your conference is more important than winning a championship. But what we're saying is winning your conference is more than losing in the first round. By your standards,
you actually did say that.
That's what I'm saying. But so by your standards, that should also apply as well, because you define winning as winning. So if you're not going to win the championship. No, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So 6-4 has to be better than 6-0.
To you,
because you still no it is, because I got the 6 championships, which is equal to the 6, but now I got the 4 conference titles, which you don't have. So I'm better than you.
You have 4 finals losses.
Exactly, those finals losses are conference title winners.
If you go to the finals more than me, that doesn't make you better than me.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So by your standard. So by standard, because what you're saying is that losing in the finals is worse than losing in the first round. So you don't really respect winning.
No, I don't respect.
Because how losing? So how? Wait. So explain this to me. No, explain this to me. How is losing in the first round more winning than losing in the finals?
Winning the championship is more winning.
Again, we know that. We already know that. So answer the question. Again, answer the question. No, answer the question. How is losing in the first round considered more winning than losing in the finals?
That's not a good question.
Howard, let me get this.
That is no. Ace Boogie, you got. Wait, that is a very good question, because by your standards, losing in the finals is the worst form of winning. So that means if you lose in the first round, somehow you are a more winner than someone who made the finals, because that's why you put 6-0.
Comparing them to the person that didn't lose.
He did lose. He lost in the first round. Jordan, are you saying Jordan never lost? Are you saying Jordan never lost? Are you saying Jordan never lost?
When it's the finals, when we
go again to the
finals, if you have lost more than me, that's it.
Okay, so you establish getting to the finals is a very important thing. It's an aspect of winning. So how can you lose in the first round and be considered more of a winner than somebody who made the finals? That's the question. So it's a very simple question.
So, then whatever answer you need, yes.
No, I need an answer from you to define winning.
No,
so you really okay? So all right. So since you left it on me, since you left it to me, I'm going to say your whole narrative about winning matters most is bullshit because you sat here and said losing means more than winning.
Great. Whatever you need to think. Okay, if that's what you feel, wonderful.
That's not how I feel. That is exactly what you have provided with the information you gave us. Okay. I don't feel anything. No, listen, Howie. No, listen, Howie. We are all grown men in here. No one cares about how you feel, how I feel. No one cares how you think. No one cares how I think. What they want, everybody shows up on GOAT James Kingdom to be provided information that is factual. And what you stated is for you. What is factual for you right now, not your feelings, not how you think. What is factual to you is that losing in the first round is considered more winning and more successful than losing in the finals. That is your statement, sir, no one else's. That is your factual delusions in reality, because that's a delusion. It's not even thinking. There's no logic in that. There's no logic that says losing in the first round is more successful than losing in the finals. The Lakers did not have a better season this NBA season than the Indiana Pacers. That's just the facts.
They both lost 3 times in the first round.
All right.
What you talking about, sir?
I would like to get my take in right now.
Yeah, go ahead and get your take in, one boy, because you were patient.
Now, my question is to him is, now, do you go by the notion where they say you only play who's in front of you?
I mean, and you can't play anyone else.
All right. I know, right. All right. Now, based off the answer that you've given me, I could go to significant moments in LeBron James' career where he shut down Derrick Rose when he was guarding him, had him do 4 for 20 shooting. He couldn't get to the lane. He was taking ill-advised jump shots. He had to pass out of certain drives because LeBron was able to keep up with him. And it was kind of the same thing you saw with Steph Curry in the 2016 finals. LeBron hustle plays while the Golden State are in transition. He was getting blocks on Steph or making them he was making them hesitate when it came to shooting, especially when he switched off on them. I could say the same thing for the 2013 finals when LeBron was switching off onto Tony Parker and the Tim Duncan. There was a couple of plays where he forced Tony into the very tough shots. He got a few blocks on Duncan. Out contesting his shots, banging with him down there. Now, so being that you just said that you go only play who's in front of you, how are you going to be able to judge Jordan based off the answer that you said when he only played who's in front of him and he never had any performances like those?
None of the shooting guards that he guarded had better performances than him.
But I didn't. But I also
I agree with all your moments. All of your moments, I agree with them.
Name any small forwards. I mentioned. No, see, I like to go to accolades. I mentioned Tony Parker. I mentioned Steph Curry. I mentioned Finals MVPs. I mentioned regular season MVPs.
Tony Parker got a Finals MVP.
These are the guys that LeBron James has showed examples of his versatility on defense against. We're talking about the greatest power forward, arguably the greatest point guard, but in Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Tony Parker, a former Finals MVP. This is like the guys who you say, oh, this is who was in front of LeBron. He gonna only play who was in front of him. So how can you judge Jordan based on the film to say that anything that he's done compared to LeBron has done in the finals? And I like an example if you have one.
I don't really understand your question, because LeBron has had great moments on tone. Everything you said was right, right? Like yes, he's done all those things. That makes him really great.
But I gave you the example thinking that you would give me an answer. Can you name any moments throughout the playoffs or any finals performances where LeBron has locked in defensively and also been defensive, the best player on offense? Can you bring up any moments of Jordan that are similar to what LeBron did, considering that you play who's in front of you?
Magic Johnson in '91.
He didn't shut Magic Johnson down. I'm just saying he just didn't. I'm just saying y'all don't have it. I mean, One Boy, you asked him a question, you know he was gonna have an answer
right?
to.
Like,
To be honest with you, One Boy.
Let him have it. Let him have it. Who else? Who else? No, who else? Who else?
Yeah, he did. LeBron did shut down Derrick Rose. LeBron James did. No. He shut not in moments. No, he shut them down.
No, LeBron wasn't his primary defender.
Yeah, sir. LeBron James was the prime. LeBron James was the primary defender.
Games in the fourth quarter, he was the primary defender.
Yeah,
he was the primary. He was the primary defender.
He stopped those guys. No, he wasn't. Not the full game. He was not. His defensive assignment was not Derrick Rose.
All those numbers all the numbers that they produced without LeBron James guarding them was higher than when he was guarding him, including the games in general that LeBron did. But that's what I'm saying. No. In games 5, 6, and 7 of the 2016 finals, yes, LeBron James was guarding him. He was guarding Stephen Curry. He was on Stephen Curry. He was the guy responsible to make sure that Stephen Curry didn't go off. That was his job and responsibility. Same thing with Derrick Rose. It was LeBron James' responsibility to guard those guys.
It was only in moments and in the fourth quarter with LeBron.
It was not in moments, sir. It was not in moments.
He wasn't running off screens every play. No, 2006. I just watched the 2016 finals.
Jordan wasn't running off screens at all neither. That's the whole point. That's what we're trying to explain to you.
So you can stop that.
No, not only that, because at the end of the day, in a switch-heavy NBA, you legitimately put LeBron James where you want him to switch on Stephen Curry at the right moment. That's the point. That's called defensive strategy. That's why LeBron James is a better defender.
He's more versatile.
No, I know that. That's why. But again, you're not gonna have what Juan Boy wants you to have, which is a moment, because none of you guys ever really have moments with Jordan. But let's let Twin Man in. Shout out to you, Twin Man. Peace and blessings.
Salute, Twin Man.
Do you got any questions, or do you have a statement? It's one or the other, please. No. You did answer the question to a certain degree. You didn't. I mean, do you have a moment where you said Magic Johnson? That's it. Like, we're not going to argue that you said Magic Johnson.
Yeah, so. Magic Johnson. I mean, Clyde Drexler's was second in MVP voting in that year, and he played worse when he got to the finals.
He really didn't. Points per game. He averaged 25 points per game.
He didn't play worse, but it's okay.
50% shooting.
He did play worse. He did. No, he played worse.
No, he ain't shooting 50%.
I was specific. I mentioned.
So
no, Juan Boy. That's why I said that's why we have to leave it alone, Juan Boy, because you are too detailed with film watching and detail. These dudes don't remember stuff. We know they don't remember stuff, Juan Boy. So let's not go there. He answered the question. Let's let Twin Man in. Twin Man, do you have an actual statement or questions? One or the other, please. And you can't get a rebuttal.
I have a statement. Can y'all hear me? First off, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So this is my statement, and it's this notion of being undefeated in the finals versus someone who is someone losing in the finals and someone being undefeated in the finals. That person who's undefeated is automatically better. I think that is bullcrap, because any NBA player wants to get to the finals as many times as possible, period. So the question that you asked, Ajani, would you rather have the 2-2 finals record or the 2-0 finals record? I'd rather have the 2-2 finals record, because that means I had 2 more opportunities to actually win a championship. That means I was good enough to win my conference and actually represent my conference in the finals. So this notion that losing in the finals is a bad thing was just literally created for one specific player. Because when you talk about Jerry West, you don't talk about all the finals losses. You talk about his finals wins and how many times he actually got to the finals. You don't talk about all the time Wilt lost in the finals. You talk about all the time Wilt got to the finals. We only started doing this because it was trying to knock LeBron James. So I will never understand why people are making it seem like getting to the pinnacle of your sport and losing is somehow now bad. It's not. You are literally the second best team in the NBA, and you literally won your conference tag. So to answer the question you asked, Ajani, I'm taking the 2-2 record, because that means I was better than you on 2 different occasions to get to my conference when you lost before.
Well,
that's all I got to say.
That was the question that I actually asked, because how we played college ball.
So I asked him like, would he rather win, just be 2-0 in the championship game in college, or would he rather be 2-2 in the championship game, actually making to the championship game 2 more times, but losing those times, but actually winning. So both of them won 2 titles, and he said he'll rather be 2-0 because he don't want a loss on his record. But then again, if you're not in the finals, that means that you actually lost prior.
Yeah. Let me address this Be Ready Sports Podcast. You have a podcast. We've been putting the link up the entire show. You want to be one of these right people that we bring on? Be one of them. Hit the link. Stop being a coward. You Zesty Jeffrey, stay safe in the comments. Thinking you're going to come up here and do any better than Howie. Get the hell out of here with that. Nobody cares what y'all be thinking sometimes, bro. For real.
Howie actually did a good job other than, the finals things that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So, but let's Howie, if you have a response to that, you can respond. The Twin Man won't rebuttal.
No, I think it's just a difference of opinion. You'd rather be 2-2. I'd rather be 2-0. Okay.
But you're, like I said,
but you are 2-2 in the nothing.
No, it's just a 10-year career, and you only went to the finals 2 times. That means you lost 8 years, nigga. Just because you're 2-0, that doesn't make you better than me. I went to the finals 4 times in a 10-year career, nigga. I'm better than you. I won more times than you. I'm a better winner.
No, you didn't. You didn't win more times.
Yes, I did. I got to the finals more. That means I won my conference more. Yeah, it does. That means I won more.
And you lost.
So you lost more than
so did Jordan. Jordan lost too. Jordan lost too.
8 years out of your career.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say this. This is why I say this. This is why I say it's one of 2 things. If you're saying winning your conference is not as good as making the first round and losing in the first round, then finals losses don't mean anything. If all losses are equal, then finals losses mean none. We should just be talking about who has the most championships. But since finals losses are being counted, we can't just say the only losses that count are finals losses. And that's what you guys are basically saying, that the only losses we can count is finals losses. But it's just, which is really biased.
That's not the only reason why Michael Jordan is the greatest.
Ace Boogie, it's not your turn to speak, Ace Boogie. Shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Howie.
Well, fuck you. So if
they never wait their turn, Howie. They don't know how to be. That's what they have no show etiquette, no nothing. They come up here just to argue. We're trying to have a conversation, and he wants to switch the conversation because he sees that it sounds silly. It really does. At the end of the day, you said winning matters, so winning your conference should matter, whether you didn't win a championship or not. Definitely if you lost in the first or second round.
So here's what this I feel like I should have said this a long time ago. This would put it into perspective, right? If if LeBron was 7 and whatever still had a lot of losses, I would say he was the GOAT.
That doesn't make sense because Bill is 11-1.
Bill Russell has 11.
Bill is 11-1, son.
It's not. No, again,
it's the scoring. It's the scoring, bro.
Again, it's the total package.
He has the total package. He has the stats. He has the accolades, and he has the achievements.
More of a total package than anybody.
Right.
LeBron has more of a total package than anybody.
No, if he has more, if he wins more than he loses.
Bill Russell.
But then Bill Russell doesn't have the rest of the stuff.
Every time, bro. Like I said,
Bill Russell don't have the rest of the
dominates.
stuff, so.
Yes, he does, bro. He has everything on the defensive side.
He has everything.
We just interpret the
okay. All right. Let's just
like,
end this argument. What's better, Giannis finals record or LeBron finals record? Which one's better?
He's gonna say LeBron.
LeBron, yeah, he has more.
Okay, then. All right. So it doesn't matter how many times you lose in the finals.
It doesn't. It really does. Losing doesn't matter, especially if you talk about winning. Losing doesn't matter. That's the whole thing. If winning matters the most, nothing about losses matter. Nothing about losses matter.
It's just a LeBron James thing because Giannis is 1-0 in the final, so it's just a LeBron James thing.
Skip Bayless. That's what this is where this argument came from because wasn't nobody talking like this until that nigga started mentioning it. So that's where y'all got this from.
And look, the Zesty Jeffrey wants to argue. He said you didn't highlight my response. Your response should be hitting the link. That's the only response you should have, Mr. Be Ready. How do you have a name called Be Ready, but you ain't ready for GOAT James Kingdom?
As someone who's on this show for the very first time, it was not hard at all to be on this show. So
they're scared. No, because you know what? No, because they're not going to behave correctly. You see, like you said, you came here respectful they want to come be disrespectful and unruly, and that's how they think the debate should happen. That's why GOAT James Kingdom is undefeated at the end of the day. Trust me, you gave us enough clips to explain why LeBron's the GOAT by your own standards standards. But let's let Chris Brew in here. Shout out to Chris Brew. He's a first-time caller. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday afternoon. Do you either have a statement
I am sorry,
or a
this
question for
my
Howie?
last one, y'all. Just
Okay, yeah, that's it. We're about to end the show in a little bit. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's your question or your statement, either or, please?
Firstly, you guys can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, yeah. Thanks for hearing me out. So I think I have a statement, but I want to, I guess, have a question at the end of it.
Okay, so you're lucky. As the last caller, you can go ahead, give your statement, and then drop the question at the end, please. Now, the question is directed to Howie or Goat James Kingdom?
I guess to you and Goat James Kingdom.
Okay, so go ahead. That's even better. So, Howie, you can actually leave whenever you want. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Howie Haven. He is just say you hate basketball. If you can't talk basketball correctly, he's going to call you out. He showed up here like a true gentleman. Thank you for that, sir. We had a great conversation. You can leave. I guess the Giants are losing. So, try to get to your fourth quarter game.
I'm a realist. We're not supposed to be good this year. So
enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We look forward to seeing your takes. We'll be following you on all platforms.
I'll stay for this question. I want to hear this.
Okay. So go ahead, Chris.
All right. So I think I caught about the latter 40 minutes of the show, and we seem to be arguing about whether or not we should be celebrating people for making the finals or whether we should be celebrating people more for winning in the finals. And I have two things to this point. Firstly, is that generally you only celebrate people for beating who is in front of you. And if you're in the Eastern Conference like LeBron has been for his entire career, it's hard to celebrate you because you didn't really beat anybody en route to the finals. To put this in for boxing, for instance, we celebrate Muhammad Ali because he beat a lot of heavyweights in his era that were other all-time heavyweights when he came to the finals. And you beat him on the way to the finals. It's not just a celebratory of what you did to get there, because he didn't do anything to get there when we talk about LeBron James. If you are playing with the best roster in the Eastern Conference and you're beating people who you're expected to beat, why would I celebrate you for doing that if you're also the overwhelming favorite the majority of the time?
Because you do it for Jordan. Because you do it for Jordan. Because you do it for Jordan. Because you do it for Jordan.
I don't do it for Jordan.
Jordan never made the finals without having the best roster and team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I don't do it for Jordan. I don't know.
Again, Jordan never made the finals without having the best roster or team in the Eastern Conference.
Now, even if I assume that's right for the sake of argument, let's then get to the finals. So I'm just going to skip past other points I was going to make. So one of the other things that we like to celebrate LeBron for and denigrate Jordan for is that when LeBron got to the finals, he faced supposedly all-time teams that were just much better than him, and so he couldn't help but lose. And one of the arguments people love to make is that the KD Warriors was this all-time team that should never be able to be overcome, and yet there's two teams within the 3-year stretch in LeBron's own era that did better than he did, and one of them had 0 All-Stars.
Which team was that?
The Clippers.
That was the 2019 Clippers.
The 2019 Clippers.
He talking about the Clippers.
So the 2019 Clippers is your definition of competition for the Warriors to say that LeBron James didn't face them? That means they weren't a tough team? Or they weren't one of the all-time greats?
No,
that's confusing.
No. It means that
2018.
It means that if LeBron is meant to be a all-time great player, one of the GOAT candidates, perhaps he should have done better than 4-1 with 2 other All-Stars on his team when the Clippers with 0 put up a better fight and went 4-2.
That wasn't the same team, though. That was 2 separate years. 2019 and 2017 are 2 different
LeBron
years.
was in L.A.
2017, the 2017 Warriors was not the same team that faced the 2019 Clippers. So why are you using 2 separate seasons?
Because are the Clippers a good team or not?
Well, you're talking about a separate Warrior team that LeBron James never faced and lost to. The 2 teams LeBron James faced and lost to were better than the 2019 team, if you really go there. I mean,
they weren't much better. I have the stats on that.
What stats are those, sir?
Their points per game, their efficiency were only marginally better. We're going by about 11% across the board.
What was their record in 2017?
Why would I need to know their record when I just gave you how much better they were as a net efficiency?
What you mean net efficiency? The 2017, from my understanding, had one of the best net efficiency ratings in NBA history.
They did, but they also didn't play anybody.
But why do you mean how didn't they play anybody? That's the whole point. The 2017 Warriors is one of the greatest competitions of all time, great teams of all time. No, Jordan's never faced a team like that. When has Jordan never faced a team? When has Jordan faced a team with 4 All-Stars? Wait. When has Jordan faced a team with 4 All-Stars?
I'm going to answer your question, Ajani.
What question is that? Yeah, what team was better than the 2017 Warriors that Jordan faced?
Yeah, let me finish my point and then I'll answer yours.
No. Answer my question because we heard your point. What is the answer? My question. What team?
You cut me off.
Yes, we heard your point about LeBron James and supposedly not being able to take the 2019 Warriors to a certain game when he didn't face the 2019 Warriors. So you were being disingenuous and you're stepping in doodoo and I'm trying to clean it up for you. So now let's go to this. He faced the 2017 Warriors. Name the team Jordan faced that was as good as them.
All right, firstly, Ajani, you named the 2017 Warriors and talked about how they were this great all-time team, and they were by net rating in the playoffs, but they didn't play anybody in the playoffs.
Okay, all right, you want to go by net rating. What was the Cleveland Cavaliers' net rating in 2018?
Are we using 2018 or are we using 2017?
That's LeBron made the finals in 2018, so we're talking about LeBron's competition making the finals. Since you want to use net rating,
I know. So
what was the Cleveland Cavaliers' net rating in 2018, sir?
Ajani, do you want to talk about 2016-17 Warriors or
No, we want to stick... Again, the conversation is you trying to make it appear that we lied about LeBron's competition. So LeBron's competition...
I haven't lied about...
You are the one who brought up the 2017 Cavs, because you mentioned the 2 times they had the 3 All-Star team, which they did have in 2017. They had 3 All-Stars, right? But you forget that they faced the finals versus a team with 4 All-Stars. Again, Jordan never faced the team.
No, that's not the point, Ajani.
The point is that you have yet to prove how. Who cares about the Clippers in 2019? They didn't face the teams LeBron faced. LeBron didn't face the 2019 Warriors.
Yes, but what you're excluding is that what I've said is that the 2017 Warriors en route to the finals didn't play anybody, so their net rating looks a lot better.
Their net rating should be predicated on their season. You talking about net rating for the playoffs?
Yes.
So you're just going to the playoffs as net rating. So their net rating in the playoffs is your determining factor on hard competition. That's what you're saying.
Ajani, he's cherry picking, man.
I know he's cherry picking. He has yet to. Again, you asked me to answer your question. I've answered all your questions. You have yet to answer my question. What team has the war? What was your? I said answer. So give me your question. Don't give me your soliloquy. Give me your question. What is your question?
The question is, why do you think 2 other teams within the same era did better, and one of them is a completely inferior team?
Well, one, LeBron James didn't face one of those teams, so there was no way to compare how LeBron James would have did against that team. What is the second team that did better than LeBron James's team versus the Warriors?
Well, we know that to be the Rockets, but I didn't even feel the need to use that one.
So the 2018 Rockets, correct?
We don't even need to talk about the
Rockets. No. Okay, let me explain to you how the 2018 Rockets, because you don't want to go there. See that?
I know what you're going to say. I already know what you're going to say.
Okay, how are you going to know what I'm going to say? So why would you ask me a question and know the answer to it?
I didn't use the Rockets, did I? You just
you said there was 2 teams that LeBron James didn't play better with. You said one was the 2019 Clippers, and you said the Rockets, sir. So I'm asking you again, or you said the 2018 Rockets. You said yes. Now you said you know what my answer and response would be. Yeah, what would my answer response? What would my answer and response be? Okay, I gave you an answer for that. LeBron never faced the 2019 Warriors. There's no comparison for that.
And what is the 2019 Warriors, Ajani? What is that?
That's a different team. That's another team.
Different year.
Different year. Every year a team is different, sir. It's not the same. He didn't face the 2019 Warriors. So he faced the 2018. I don't know if they were better or worse. You have your own determination for that. I don't know. I don't know that. I know that he faced the 2018 team, and they were one of the greatest teams in NBA history. And mind you, you're trying to compare the Warriors to the Warriors when you should be comparing the Warriors to Jordan's competition, which you keep avoiding.
I'm not
because that's the conversation. The conversation is about the competition level between Michael and LeBron. Don't run from it, sir. All of this is recorded.
No, we can do that. Ajani, we can do that.
Okay, so let's do that. Again, name the team that was better than the 2017 Warriors that Jordan faced. Go!
Why would I have to do that for this argument?
Because I asked you that. If you can't answer that question, we're going to end the show because you came up here and asked us a question, so we responded. Now we're asking you a question. If you refuse to answer the question, we will end the show.
Ajani, you're welcome to end the show. You've been disingenuous anyway.
With that being said, so how being disingenuous when you don't even want to have the conversation? Get the fuck up out of here. Again, this is what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. We make Zesty Jeffries tell us a bunch of bullshit, and they can't even respond to their own shit.
Well, I just checked the records, and GOAT James Kingdom was correct. Again, objection overruled.
I mean, what's the point of coming up if you don't even know how to explain yourself? Well, what's the point?
These niggas are
What was the point? What was the point of trying to confuse the 2017 Warriors and the 2019 Warriors?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And he admitted that the 2017 Warriors was better than. No, he admitted the 2017 Warriors was better than the 2019 Warriors.
It doesn't matter because, hey, Johnny, we specifically said that that Detroit Pistons team in 2007 didn't have Ben Wallace. And what did you tell me? That don't matter. They still wasn't the Pistons. Did you not say that?
Were they still the best defense?
Does not matter.
Hold on, wait. What does that have to? What does that have to do with him trying to equate? LeBron never faced the 2019 Warriors. He never faced that team.
That shit capping. You know it's capping, Johnny. That shit capping.
How is that cap? Mingle. How is that cap? If the Warriors never faced LeBron James' team in 2019, they never faced it.
But they never faced that team. You said that didn't matter. That's what you said. So
what you mean? Ben Wallace doesn't matter. Why does Ben Wallace matter when the team is still number one in the conference? They're still better than the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The team was still really good. Was they not?
Nobody said they're not. Nobody said they were not. Nobody said they were not good.
Finals is really good.
We said that they didn't face that team. Mingle Jester. They never faced that team. That's what I said. That's all I said. They never faced LeBron.
Because LeBron didn't make the playoffs that same year.
It doesn't matter about
He never faced that team, bro.
Because he didn't make the playoffs.
That don't matter.
Leave that out, Johnny.
So now making the finals and losing is better than not.
Y'all
is that what you're saying?
Established that, right? Y'all already established that, right?
But that's not LeBron's competition because he never went to the finals. He was talking about finals competition. He tried to bring up the Warriors for 2019 when that wasn't LeBron's competition in the finals.
But
the competition for the Warriors.
The Clippers didn't even have an All-Star and took them to six.
That was in 2019. That wasn't the same team LeBron faced.
It's a back-to-back champion, defending back-to-back champion.
LeBron faced the 2019 Warriors didn't win a championship, sir.
Okay, they got to the finals, right?
And LeBron didn't face them. And LeBron never faced them. He never played against the 2019 Warriors. Okay, so why bring them up? They have nothing to do with the conversation.
How can we compare LeBron James' team versus Golden State in 2019 when LeBron was been playing on the fucking Cavaliers?
He beat them on Christmas Day. Well, give him credit. He beat them that same team on Christmas Day, right?
No, because we're not talking about Christmas Day, bro. We're not talking about Christmas Day, nigga. We're talking about the NBA fucking finals.
He's talking about the Cavaliers. He's saying, why did the Clippers play better than LeBron James Cavaliers in 2019? Well, LeBron James wasn't even on the fucking Cavaliers and didn't play them in the playoffs.
B-Lee, one question. Who did the Warriors lose of significance? Did the Warriors lose anybody of significance from year to year, 18 or 19? Go.
18 to 19.
Did they lose anybody of significance?
We're going to go there. No, we're going to go. We're gonna go there.
Who exactly they lost?
They did add DeMarcus Cousins. I just let y'all know they added DeMarcus Cousins.
He didn't play.
He didn't play, son. Okay, let's go there. So.
Okay, so they same thing.
Draymond Green, five on quick.
But Ro, why would you bring up the game? Oh, he beat them on Christmas Day in 2018. He got hurt that game. Why would you mention that game?
I'm giving LeBron credit. They beat the Warriors. That same team, the back-to-back champions.
It's just a stupid.
Okay, here we go. They didn't have JaVale. They didn't have JaVale McGee. That's another guy that didn't have on that team. That's why they added DeMarcus Cook. The Lakers didn't have nobody in 2019. The Lakers couldn't even make the playoffs. What are we talking about?
Did McKee go to the Lakers?
Who? McKee? They also They also lost Nick Young, who played 8 games in 2019 and didn't play nothing in 2018. He didn't play in 2019, so that's also another person that didn't play. Again, they also had Zaza Pachulia, who started 57 out of the 69 games he played for them. He wasn't there for them in 2018 as well. I mean, in 2019 as well. So yes, they did have a different roster from 2018 to 2019 with some significant guys not on the roster. Yes, guys that they used and you. Yes.
Fact, who believes that the Clippers of 2019 could beat the Cavaliers of 2017?
No one said that. He just said that they played better against the same competition.
They did not.
It's not the same competition.
No one believes this.
The team is
JaVale
older
McGee
as well.
and Nick Young. JaVale McGee, Nick Young, and Zaza Pachulia. Who did they replace him with? Come on.
Again, DeMarcus Cousins. Again, listen. They replaced him with DeMarcus Cousins, Kevin Looney. Who else here? Jonas Jericho. Do you know who that is? Jericho played 73 games, sir.
Yeah, he's all right.
Oh wait, Alfonso. No, these are the games. I'm not lying. These are the games. These are the amount of games. Bro, don't do that, bro. I will bring the information up again. Just because you don't know shit doesn't mean I'm lying. Again, he made an equivalency to a team that LeBron never faced. He didn't have nothing. And when he brought up the net rating, why do you think he didn't answer the net rating? Because guess what the Cleveland Cavaliers net rating was in 2018? It was a negative. Ladies and gentlemen, the only NBA team to make the NBA Finals with a negative net rating is the 2018 Cleveland Cavaliers. That shows you how horrible his team was compared to NBA history, sir.
Well, and horrible the competition was as well. Because Kyrie, I believe if Kyrie was healthy and for the Celtics, the Celtics probably make the finals.
If you know, again, this is y'all always the main one that y'all always cry about competition. But when we showed Jordan had the weakest competition, because he didn't want to let me get to that point, because I asked him, bro, I'm still fucking talking, bro. You know what, bro? I get tired of your shit, bro. Bye, bro. Go to your show with your bullshit, bro. Go to your show with your bullshit, bro. Because I was gonna ask him, since LeBron James only won in the Eastern Conference because he had the best roster and the best team, when did Jordan make the finals in the Eastern Conference without having the best team and the best roster? When?
It depends on who you think is the best. Had the best roster.
Bro.
When did Jordan make the finals? Okay, in 1990, in 1991, Jordan didn't have the best roster and the best team in the Eastern Conference.
No.
Bro, y'all gotta stop capping. God damn, bro. Y'all too old to be capping as much, yo.
So wait a minute. So in 91, who was better, the Detroit Pistons or the Lakers? I mean, not the Lakers, but the Bulls.
The Bulls.
Wait a minute. You gotta understand.
Isaiah Thomas missed 55 games out the regular season that year.
Coming out of a championship.
That was the year before. That's not the same thing as 1991, sir. That's not the same thing. You can't use, again, we're not talking about the year before. Again, you can't, because we're talking about 1991. We're talking about 1991, sir. We're talking about 1991.
That's leading into the next season.
That's not. They're still not the same team, sir. It's not the same production. No, it's not, sir. Isaiah Thomas played less than 40 games, or missed like 30 games that year. They're not the same team. They didn't have Rick Mahorn. They're not the same team, sir. They lost players. They're not the same team.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So you're telling me that Jordan was never better than Detroit? So that means every year Detroit was better than Michael Jordan every year?
Pretty much. You remember Pippen, that year in 91?
And he couldn't get one, and he couldn't beat them.
He was on the all-defensive team. The year before that, he was an all-star. So what are we saying? When was that's what I'm saying. When was the Bulls? That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all just be making up stuff. Y'all can't accept the facts. Jordan. And mind you, they won more games than the Pistons. Y'all love to talk about winning records, and they had more games.
No. I don't want to hear that. But at that point, so Pippen only had one All-Star selection and one defensive selection at that point in time. 1 and 1. He had one All-Star selection and one defensive selection, right?
And Joe Dumars had two. Joe Dumars had 2 All-Star selections, 1 All-NBA selection, and 2 defensive selections. That's it. So he's not better than Jordan. At that time,
no, better than Jordan. I ain't say Jordan.
Okay, so that's their best player. Joe Dumars was their best player in '91. Their second best player.
Better than Jordan though.
Okay, Joe Dumars was better. Exactly. Okay, so Scottie Pippen was the second. I mean, Dennis Rodman was the second best player as an all defensive player. He's not better than Scottie. So the Bulls were a better team.
I don't know. It was close.
This argument just falls apart when you mention 88.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Dennis Rodman won 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Not to mention. Okay, so Dennis Rodman was Defensive Player of the Year, but not to mention Scottie Pippen's averaging. But we're talking about 91. He was a Defensive Player of the Year in 1991. Scottie Pippen's averaging 20 points. Nobody on Detroit's averaging 20 points in 1991. I think maybe Vinnie Johnson. I think supposedly that was what this guy was saying. Again, it don't matter what you say. That 1991 team was not better than the Chicago Bulls team. The Bulls were the best team in the East. So Jordan never made the finals without being the best team in the East. He was the best team in the East in 92. They were the best team in the East in 93. They were the best team in the East in 96. They were the best team in the East in 97. They were the best team in the East in 98.
I disagree because I think one of them years, I think Orlando was a better team than they was.
LeBron made the finals. He wasn't the best team. LeBron made the finals. He wasn't the best team in the East in 2007. He made the finals in 2011. He wasn't the best team in the East in 2011. He made the finals in 2014. He wasn't the best team in the East in 2014. He made the finals in 2015. They weren't the best team in the East. He made the finals in 2018. They weren't the best team in the East.
My thing is though, even if you're saying that, my thing is Jordan. I still think Orlando Magic was the best team around that time with Penny Hardaway and
Jordan didn't make the finals. And Jordan didn't make the finals.
And all those guys.
And Jordan didn't make the finals.
That was the best team right there.
No, and Jordan didn't make the finals when he had that team.
He did, but that next year he did.
He had a better team the next year.
He won 72 games the next year.
He had a better team the next year. They had a better team next year.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's go to this. Y'all told me that records doesn't mean anything. Cause when I told y'all LeBron won 60 plus back-to-back seasons, y'all told me the regular season records doesn't mean anything.
No, we didn't say that. No, we never said that. And what we're gonna say is, okay, all right. So, take out the 72 win teams. Again, there is no team in NBA history that had the MVP of the league, the scoring title champion, that had the what's it called, the sixth man of the year, 2 all NBA first team, 3 all defensive first team players, and the coach of the year. No team had that but the 96 Bulls. By far, the 96 Bulls was the best team in NBA history by accolades, by anything you want to go by any metric. So again, yes, they were the best team in the East in 96, better than Orlando.
Only reason why that team was the best team because of one Michael Jordan.
No, that's not, sir. He was on the team the year before. He was on the year before. Why they weren't the best team then?
Wait, say that again.
He was on the team the year before. Why weren't they the best team then?
Again, that team was only the best because of Michael Jordan. That's it.
Nigga,
and y'all know that was the only reason why that team was great because of Michael Jordan. Y'all know
with that, then you add Rodman and they win, and he don't want to say that's what it is.
Listen, with that being said, we're going to end today's program, so y'all can get ready to watch football and stuff like that. We want to thank all you guys for showing up. We want to thank Howie, but before we do that, we want y'all to know that Lamont is doing TikTok lives every Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys want to join us, you can just hop on TikTok. Because TikTok is not like YouTube. It's a separate entity. We cannot mix it up. But he will be putting the lives onto the channels. So if you guys want to support what we do here, we're gonna be taking over TikTok. It's a wrap for I keep telling y'all, it's a wrap for y'all. All Zesty Jeffrey lives get exposed once Lamont or GOAT James Kingdom appears. So y'all make sure to check us out and do that.
What's the time?
It's 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern on TikTok. So y'all make sure to support us and do that there. And like we always tell y'all, we are GOAT James Kingdom. This is the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. We do this every Sunday noon Eastern time. Please subscribe. Hit that like button, hit that ring notification. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, because like Brandon and I are going to continue to do this. We're growing. We're over 50,000 subscribers now. We're growing on our Facebook group. We're growing on TikTok. We're growing all over. There is no stopping us. We're going to continue to give you guys great content. If you like what we do, help and support us by becoming a member of the channel. We do a lot of great things, like give other members and other people who are content creators opportunities to show up and show their creative skills, like Alan Powell show on a Wednesday evening. Wednesday nights right here on GOAT James Kingdom or on Alan Powell's channel, you can watch the Alan Powell show where he talks about all the different sports, especially with football coming around. He's also a Chicago Bulls fan, so all you Michael Jordan fans should love Alan Powell's show. You can check that out every Wednesday. Tomorrow night, we're going to have SB Talk Sports here with his favorite content creating self, bringing up the Real Takes Over Fake Debate show right here on GOAT James Kingdom, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So like I said, man, we do big things like that. That's why we are the best out here. You guys know where to catch me on a Friday night. I'll be available every Friday night where you really get to see the exposure. But here on the Sunday show, I'm just Ajani I'm just Ajani Bakari doing my thing. We are the Clutch Sports Hitmen. And like I said, man, peace and blessings to everybody who showed up here today. Thank you for supporting what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. And like I said, y'all have a great, great evening. And with that, we're going to leave y'all with a little rap song because we always got to give y'all great music. Like I said, y'all make sure to check out FYF and GOAT James Kingdom on TikTok Live.
Y'all done messed up. FYF and GJK is going live. Gather round, take a seat and take notes. FYF Sports with a new live debate show. GOAT James Kingdom in alliance, so it's defiant. TikTok take over with two giants. That triumph got the Jordan fans fuming, trying to withstand the heat. Kobe stands mad, Shaq led the 3-peat. We bringing heavy truth, putting steak on your plate. Saturdays and 8, be ready for debates and don't be late. Ayo, it's a TikTok takeover, all zesties and vibes. FYF and GJK show up, show out on every live. Hot debates, NBA topics, all real, no fakeness. Join the live panel and be a part of greatness. Yeah. Lamont and Ajani, the leader, setting the right path. Dropping knowledge so fresh, so clean, no mind being an outcast. Talking hot topics, real news and smart takes. Destroying dumb logic said by fools who have no case. Who's the GOAT? Put your knowledge on display. Every week we'll be here ready to hear you have to say. From why the 90s was great to LeBron's turnover. So request to join and be a part of TikTok Take. Ayo, TikTok Takeover, all zesties advice. FYF and GJK show up, show out on every live. Hot debates, NBA topics, all real, no fakeness. Join the live panel and be a part of greatness. Got the truth in our corner, we ready for a fight. Jordan, Kobe in the past, but the league's future is still bright. Illuminated facts, true fans know what we do while the haters get salty like a fresh can of Pringles. Every Saturday night, two kings take stand. Tune in at 8 and be a part of the fam. From the courts to the web, it's an exciting time. FYF, GOAT James Kingdom, greatest live combined. Hey yo, it's a TikTok takeover, all zesties advise. Yeah, FYF and GJK show up, show out on every live. Yeah, hot debates, NBA topics, all real, no fakeness. Join the live panel and be a part of greatness. Yeah, yeah. So lace up your kicks, keep your eyes on the screen. FYF and GJK colliding on a live stream. Jordan and Kobe names, you can cry all night. Won't be taking over TikTok. Only help is the code. Christ, catch us live, spread the word, don't cry. FYF Sports Debates, TikTok take over live. Make sure to follow and like.